Halloween or like Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I was gonna fix that.
I don't
I
know how
got
far
distracted
behind
by
it is, but it is still
Snapchat.
entirely silent.
It's fixed now after the delay.
Oh.
I was gonna fix that, and then you
Now I can hear
fuckers got all Snapchatty, and so it's your fault, not mine.
All right, everybody, be quiet and let's get levels.
Who the fuck is Diamond Club?
This is John talking, and this is his level, and this is John, and then Matt. Go.
This is Matt Diamond Club Hag. This is how I talk.
We got TJ over here. You know, hairy legs on the stream. Gotta guess the big bucks.
Yahoo!
We're getting levels right now. Yeah, I saw. Her legs are bad. I know that.
Yahoo!
It's hard to do the Yahoo because it's yodeling.
It's
It's very like low at the start because it's yodeling. It's Yahoo! I can't do it. I can't fucking yodel.
Yeah, it is. It's a little yodel. I'm way
Why
behind.
did I
I gotta
yodel?
switch back to the Discord or from Discord audio.
Yahoo!
Okay, now I can hear you guys in real time.
Yahoo!
All right, boys.
Where we dropping?
Yeah, where are we dropping, boys?
I know
One.
I know Fortnite's a shitty game. We should play it again.
I would like to play it again because I've heard they've added a mass amount of crazy shit.
And regardless, it's a fun game to just shit around in with your buddies.
As long
That's
as I
true.
don't have to be good at building stuff
Yeah, that's.
I'm not.
or
I-
shooting or anything really.
Last time I actually played a couple of rounds, I got a second place, and I suck at building stuff.
Guys, what we really need to do is fucking play Halo because like we have Halo.
We
Oh,
should
that's
play
true.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, we
I don't
should
have
play
that.
Halo.
We're not playing World of Warcraft until like what, November 18th or something like that.
Wait, November? Is that when they confirmed it?
I think they said November 27th.
Podcast. Bye.
Okay, like a month late.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to show a picture of you to the
Those
internet
bitches.
right now, when you're in your jammies.
Don't do that.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I got invited to a Upper Blackrock Spire group by the guild while I was just sitting on my character waiting for a boost.
Or are they farming the no? What the
No,
fuck are
no,
they doing
no.
in Ubers?
I mean, if we're
So one of the there's a one of our guild members, you know, that shaman Kenny Sham,
Yeah,
is
he's not
switching
that
over. He's switching over to mage because his main in his alliance guild that he was a part of with a bunch of the other guys that joined was a mage. So he's really good at playing that. And
Hey,
we need
hey,
more
TJ.
mages anyway.
How come you never made a mage called May of Mage?
Oh man,
Shut
he really
the
missed
fuck
out.
oh, that'd be
there.
great.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, I'm going to
I'm not
Anyway.
getting enough money with that DoorDash dough to both cover my bills and get another $15 a month subscription.
Oh, I don't know. That's just a little
DoorDash.
bit more of door dashing each
Yeah.
day.
So you can
Huh?
you can also just spend like hours and hours and hours farming gold and then sell that gold.
Yeah, for
Use
$15 a month. Yahoo! All right, we should start.
Yeah, we should.
410. No, 411. I'm editing 409.
Giddy
which
up
should be
409.
tomorrow.
Did we make that joke? Giddy up
Yep.
409.
100 times. I also want to mention that Marvina is a girl, not a boy.
Marvin can be a girl's name.
Okay,
Ah,
so we're gonna
Marvina.
rule. So what you're saying is I need to rule 34 this shit.
What?
I need to rule 34 this shit. I need to make your jumping spider porn.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know if you need to do that. I mean, it's a free country. You can do that if you'd like. Oh, man. So
Is
I
the female version of Marvin.
I did a oopsie on Friday afternoon and like worked myself up into like a panic attack basically while I was trying to fix my vacuum cleaner that I broke by trying to fix it. And it turns out that the Shark Navigator vacuum cleaner has Torx security bolts in it for some fucking reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can take a small flathead screwdriver and
Yeah.
put it in between the security bit in the middle and the edge, so it's just kind of sitting there.
Yeah. So no, what I did was I had
you just go bam,
Yeah.
and it'll snap that piece out, and it'll just be a regular piece after that.
I was about to say, because I have a hex bit or whatever, the Torx bit without the security thing.
Mhm.
And so I was getting the screws off with that, no problem. But obviously it's not an ideal situation.
The security is where it has a little thing that sticks up in the middle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it
It
was
means it's a boy.
You can take a flathead screwdriver and bash him with the hammer.
I have a bit like that somewhere.
so
I have-
no.
I have a set.
So I got him off. Opened it up. I cleaned out the roller, which is what I wanted to do because there was hair that was my wife's long ass hair was caught up underneath.
Your
her, and I
wife's
was like,
long ass.
I just want to get the top off so that
Long
I can
ass
get in
hair?
there and-
My wife. You guys-
My
you-
wife's
you guys
ass hair.
remember, You guys remember Borat the movie? The Borat movie.
Yeah.
movie.
The Borat the Squeakquel.
So anyway, I wanted to just get the hair out, and then when I was putting it back together, just the hex bits, the security bits just won't tighten well, and I've stripped the shit out of one of them, so I just ordered hex bits. But I spent so much time getting angry and yelling and smacking things that I worked myself up into a lather. So that was my Friday afternoon. So the solution was let's just buy some fucking Torx bits off Amazon for basically $10 for a full set of security bits, and that's how I fixed it.
I'm proud.
Are you telling us about your anxiety because you're about to leak your dick pics on Instagram?
Yeah.
Are you Chris Evans?
I mean, the Chad filter did not do anything to him, so yes.
So anyway,
I looked up Marvin because I wanted to see if there was an actual female version of Marvin, the name, and there's a Marvin, Missouri I didn't know about. So.
This is all ideal stuff for the podcast. Why haven't we started yet?
yeah, we should probably start.
Hey, get off there.
I'm going to
Hey.
start since Matt is
Hey.
not turned around on his gamer chair yelling at his cats.
Hey.
You guys ready?
All I have to drink is vodka, and I have nothing to mix it with. So that's going to be
Sweet.
delicious.
Maven is the
Simple sugar.
feminine version of
No, it's Marvina, but I'm going to spell it differently. It's going to be Marveena, and it sounds kind of spooky then, like she's like a vampire.
Yeah, I like
Marvina.
that.
Or you can
So
just
Marvina-
go Brave Maeve.
Oh, God. All right. Anyway, let's start. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 411. I'm your host, as always, John Danger, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt Marvina Hag.
TJ, I could never follow that up. May.
And Spanky, coffin dancers, get your fucking coffins ready because people are about to fucking die.
Hell yeah!
Look,
Oh,
while
I
I,
think
would
my
never
favorite-
celebrate the death of another human being, I'm pretty fucking excited this weekend.
So Twitter has come out and said you cannot wish Trump dies.
Okay.
No,
Which
what?
is hilarious
Who said
because
anything
it was
about
immediately
Trump?
met by people like Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez saying, look, here's a fucking list of people who've said, I hope you die, I want you to die, etc. I will kill you, scrolling through, and I've reported them, and you said it's not bad. So Twitter's
It's not a
being-
specific actionable threat or something.
Well,
So it's
no,
okay.
it's not that. They even the Twitter communications tweet said you cannot hope for. You cannot say
Twitter's not in charge of what I hope for.
someone died.
Fuck
So
Twitter.
what I've seen people doing, is doing star space star 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 space star star space star 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 for I hope he dies, but it's all stars.
I certainly I hope this Drumpf character dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Drumpf.
You guys, did you know his name was Trump?
Drumpf. Hey, that
You never-
orange Cheeto. I hope he gets picked out of the bag
Hey
and
guys,
Edo'd.
So
how long do
it's
we have to wait
Halloween.
before we go from Orange Man bad to Orange Man dead?
Dude,
you think Twitch will ban us?
do you know what the most insane thing
Oh.
about this entire
Like
situation?
Twitch even knows I exist.
What the most insane thing about this whole situation that somebody pointed out to me on Twitter was, hey, remember when Trump's taxes got leaked? That was this week.
Yeah.
That was Sunday.
Yep.
So much has happened this week.
Yeah.
But we can all be happy that Trump has COVID.
Well,
Whether or
it's
not
just
he
like-
dies is fine. But when somebody basically talks about how something as serious as that isn't a big deal, and then he finally gets it, it just feels
Yeah.
good, you know.
And when over like
I hope he
210,000
does.
people
I-
die, and then
Yeah.
he gets it, and it's like, oh, your mental treatments for free.
Oh, not only was his tax leaked Sunday, there was a debate on fucking Tuesday.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus, that
Again,
felt so long ago.
I watched some of that debate. It's not even like so bad that it's worth looking up a highlight video. Just don't fucking watch it.
No.
It's literally like just
Oh, it's
being a
cancer.
dickhead.
It's
literally just Trump being a
it's
dickhead.
only
And
fun
Biden
if
is not like making a great case for himself, but like who expected him to? It's literally just Trump being a dickhead the entire time. It's not worth even watching.
It's fun if you just want to watch Chris Wallace's soul be destroyed.
It is pretty fun if you don't like Chris Wallace.
Oh my god,
It's
dude.
literally like here's
Just
this
watching
guy.
him lose his mind over the end to where he was just like yelling at them like kindergartners was fucking
Have
great.
you guys ever seen one of those like movies? I'm trying to think like Daddy Daycare or Pacifier. Basically, it's
Yes,
like
I saw that. I saw that on Pornhub.
oh my god. But no, it's like it'll be like a manly character. Like, it's like a Vince Vaughn or an Adam Sandler or a Vin Diesel, like this manly character who's not a babysitter, and like, oh, now
Or
they've
a
got
Hulk
to babysit
Hogan.
these fucking terrible kids.
Yeah.
That's what Chris Wallace was at that debate.
I think it's fun that you think of the Vin Diesel type
What do you mean?
as just a manly man.
I don't know. He's pretty manly. He was in Riddick.
Chronic What Cools of Riddick. Yeah, remember that?
I don't
No.
think that was how it went.
I think it was. Hey guys, SNL's back tonight, and guess who's not watching it? Me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't watched SNL.
I watched the entirety of the last 2 seasons via Hulu the next day.
Hulu,
I mean,
the
And I
next
cannot tell you
generation.
why. It's because I'm like hate watching at this point because it's just so bad at this point, and there's so many like good people on it, but like the writing and that are just so bad.
Yeah,
I gotta
It's just
say,
kind of like I'm just like eventually maybe it'll be good.
I'll watch
You mean they
whatever
almost
clips are
hired
on
that
Reddit
racist
tomorrow.
guy? Remember that? Remember
What?
that guy who was making fun of Chinese people that they almost hired last year?
Yes.
And then they didn't. I feel like Lance tweeted about this. I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
oh god,
Probably.
what does his Twitter look like right now?
Oh
I already
man, my
checked.
all
Is
fucked
it
up.
any good?
Yeah, you can check one. I want you to see it.
All right, everyone, gonna do that thing right. Like, go to this person's Twitter I've never met before.
Do the
and
thing.
just continuously. Okay, here we go. Twitter says that it will suspend people who openly hope for Trump's death on the platform. He says, first time for everything, I suppose. I actually agree with that sentiment, but not for the reasons that he's saying it. Like, I
Yeah,
agree.
that's-
Like, yeah, this is the first time they've responded to this kind of bullshit, but he's
Well,
saying,
it's like a clock's stop clock is right twice a day.
yeah.
You know, it's like you
that's-
finally agree with him.
Okay, this one is to an audience of John only.
Okay.
I tuned into the Jets and I've seen this game. I tuned into the Jets game to watch the potential of Darnold and got his ass knocked out. So much for that. Go Broadway, Joe Flacco. Lance,
Wait,
like
first
Joe
off, why would you
Flacco-
be? Well, okay. I mean, I can't guarantee this, but what I could say is it's possible that either Joe Flacco or Sam Darnold may be on his fantasy team, his like keeper league team. So
I mean,
that's
okay, sure.
that's my situation with my fantasy football keeper league team.
Okay, but first off, who the fuck picks Joe Flacco, a backup quarterback, or Sam Darnold, the literal worst like rated quarterback in the entire league?
So he has Pat Mahomes as his quarterback, but again, we have like 25 or 28 man rosters or something like that. So
How
we
long
have
is
these
this gonna
very
go on?
Fantasy football with Lance?
So it's gonna be like 15 minutes, or because I can something else for a little while.
Well, you know, I'm going to tell you this is that his insane Twitter experience and views were not that way until about 2 years ago. So,
Wait, so you're still football with Lance?
yeah, we're in a fantasy football league together.
Do you like?
He beat the shit out of me
Do
last
you hang
week.
out? You hang
I
out
have
and talk
not.
about
I
politics?
talked to him about 2 months ago.
Was it about
No,
the
but-
various groups that you hate?
He hates. I don't hate any groups. I think that all lives matter.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Jeez.
The groan from that.
All right, so
That's how I know I'm in a good group. When I hear an immediate groan to that statement.
I am.
Fuck, dude.
So this one, I think is interesting. Watchmen, the film came out, and old school fans lambasted it. Now the show that was a total failure in ratings, it has a 85 on Metacritic. So I don't understand what the.
No,
fuck
I think he means like people that watched it, which I don't know
Like
if you can
Nielsen?
even. I don't even know if you can get that.
you can get like
No, but on HBO though, I don't know
yeah.
if that has that but HBO Go I don't think counts on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all like it looks like total viewers for the episodes averaged 1.5 million,
Which is
I don't
good. That's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
good. Like that's better than a lot of shows,
listen to this.
especially when it's on a
Episode-
pay cable service.
As of episode 9, HBO reported 7 million viewers today, making it HBO's most viewed new series since Big Little Lies, which was a huge show. So okay, so the critic ratings and the Nielsen ratings are fucking great for HBO. So do not know what this motherfucker is smoking.
Well, no, I mean, when you're someone who's like, turned into that, fucking red pill Trump thing, is that you just say a bunch of shit that you believe, and that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
You believe it.
He's
Because
like,
then
I didn't
it's
watch
on
it.
your
Sounds like
audience to
everyone
check
else
your
didn't watch it.
facts.
It's like, no, like, let me tell you something. I watched the Watchmen show. The ending kind of can lose you, but it's a 1-season show, so it's not like you have to worry about that show continuing if you didn't like the ending. The first, 90% of the episodes are fucking phenomenal. And I like the ending, but if you don't, it's 1 out of 10 episodes that sucks for you. But he says, it was a total failure in ratings, gets crickets because it's woke. Again, no idea.
It's crickets because it's woke.
Yeah.
How is it woke?
Because I guess because they talked about a historical thing. Like,
yeah, because they talked about the Tulsa massacre. Like a thing
I
that
don't know.
literally
I'm just
happened
gonna
in real
say
life.
this. I'm just gonna say this. If you think the new Watchmen is woke, like, did you watch the old Watchmen?
I've always wondered who watched.
But I mean, that was the whole point of his entire thing is let's tell truth to power, but instead
The movie
back then
didn't
it
do
was
well
like-
because it was Zack Snyder. Like,
well, the movie was. I like the movie a lot too.
I haven't
but,
seen it, to
that's
be
a different
fair.
Story. I like the movie.
I got
because it
so excited
basically
about the trailers
was
for
shot
Watchmen.
the comic.
I got so excited for the trailers that I read that, and I never ended up actually seeing the movie.
Oh,
John, if you're just gonna, John, if you're running Ubers, should I be just doing my Nuzlocke like on stream?
no.
Yeah, let's stream within a stream.
I'm only doing that because they asked me to, and I can. At this point, at my level, I can just fucking barely
What's your
pay
excuse for having a
attention.
mechanical keyboard?
Oh, that's true. Okay, you know what? I'll switch to clicking to do attacks. That's
Yeah.
quieter.
Yeah, just do all mouse.
I can't do that. It's
No,
like
that's fine.
at this point in the game, it is so fucking like ingrained in my head. The button presses.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
But anyway, So yeah, that's the world is I just what I love about this is that Trump recovers, whatever. I'm just happy. The people that were saying this virus isn't a real thing are sick. They, what? Maybe they'll survive, but they feel bad now. They're like feeling the consequences of their actions at the very least. I can dream and hope that something really bad will happen. I've seen the reports saying that Trump had to be put on supplemental oxygen and that it doesn't look great. Hopefully it doesn't go good for him, but we'll see. I'm not going to say.
Hopefully it's so bad that he is comes out of it a changed man and is more compassionate. But that's probably not.
Oh no, not even that. I just he can't golf anymore. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like he gets winded and shit. Like that's what I hope for.
So it's super important to remember what we lost to lead up to this day. Specifically, what happened to cause this series of dominoes to fall. And what we had to lose was
Rick Moranis getting punched in the face.
That was tragic. He is a national treasure.
I agree. I made a joke at his expense, and I feel bad about it. But
who are we talking about? I was reading a Lance tweet that's hilarious.
Rick Moranis got decked in on the Upper West Side of Manhattan.
Why?
For like no reason. Some guy just decked.
Just some rando.
He's an international treasure.
I know exactly. But I also said that
Rick
if he didn't want to get
got canceled, so I looked up why he wasn't in movies anymore. It's because his wife died and he was raising
his kids. He was just like
terrible.
I retire, but his kids are old enough that might be coming back.
I want to say my terrible joke that's tasteless.
Okay,
to Rick Moranis is that and I put it on Twitter and TJ liked it, so he's also part of this.
Yes, I am.
I said if he didn't want to get punched in the face, maybe he shouldn't have shrunk them kids. Anyway. But it's not true. The only reason I make that joke is because I know he's okay. He just got, punched. Like if he was actually hurt, it would be tragic.
This is one of my favorite Lance tweets. You know who acted like Hitler? Hitler. That was it. It's like, if that was the case, there would have been no Nazi party. You dumb motherfucker.
That's also true. That's a really good point.
It's like he doesn't know what a simile is.
How are you the leader of a cult of personality if no one acts like you? That's the whole fucking point.
Yeah. Well, it's just because he's like not literally like. Well, I was gonna say doing concentration camps, but he's kind of doing that. So I don't know differences anymore.
Also, this one, which I literally do not know if he's serious because we've talked about this before. Oh no, The Rock is voting for Biden. I may have to rethink all of my worldviews now, LOL. I think he's being sarcastic there, but as we've talked about before, he likes a lot of people who just are extremely anti, alt-right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he'll not see The Rock's movies and that'll show him.
Yeah, not see those movies.
Not see those. I can think of one movie that that Freddie so that Lance would like, but it's
Alone 2.
I go with Birth of a Nation, but
fair enough.
We watched. We might do an actual series recap of this, but watch The Boys, people.
Oh God.
I'm trying to get my wife to watch it with me, and she just is hates superhero stuff so much that she can't watch it.
I feel like that is the kind of show you.
That's what I told her.
The whole point of this is it's making fun of the Disney Marvel.
I know.
All the superhero stuff is all the superhero stuff is completely lampooning Disney, and all of the superheroes content is them being dicks. Or they're being actors. And then, the rest of the movie has nothing to do with superheroes.
It's a show about supervillains.
Yeah.
Watch The Boys.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's having read the comics, and I'm actually getting further through the comics now.
Look at this guy with his ability to read.
Well, they had a deal where all the comics were on, Humble Bundle, the Boys comics were on Humble Bundle for $15 and you get the full run. And I was like, well, I should probably get that because I'd read the first 5. The comics are good in a way, but the show is just so much better. Like it just handles things so much better, and it feels more timely. Whereas like the show is just more like kind of like fuck you to the Superman myth, where this is much more about like
the show is very much about like what is happening
about
right
what's
now.
happening right now. Yeah, it feels very timely, kind of similar in the way to The Watchmen felt. Like it just feels very timely. Kind of commenting on society.
I can't wait until season 3 of The Boys, where there's like a global pandemic.
You know what I also think about it is I don't know yet, but like I don't know if Lance has watched the Boys TV show. I doubt it because he doesn't have. I'm assuming he doesn't have Amazon Prime or TV.
I think he just has a cell phone that he plays.
I would know that he hates it. I would just assume, which is great because he loved the comics. So,
oh my god!
I mean, I like the comics too. I mean, they're fun, but
yeah, but I mean, they're very like bad.
What is this group doing?
What is that group you're doing, John?
There we go. Fucking Christ! All right, moving on.
So we lost the ability.
Boys. I gotta cut TJ off.
Of course.
TJ was going to do a succinct history of everything that led to Trump getting COVID, starting from the beginning of time. Ready, go.
That is what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, Steve from Minecraft got announced for Smash Brothers. That's what led to Trump getting COVID.
I love how everyone was just like, this is going to be like all these things, and nobody, I think, guessed Steve from Minecraft. Didn't they announce a bunch of like Minecraft like bonus shit as well?
Yeah, so there's
like the Switch version of Minecraft.
Probably, I know the Axel. Like, there's gonna be a new mob in the game, the Axolotl, but there's probably a bunch of other stuff too.
Axolotl, that's the little cute little like salamander
thingy. Yeah,
with the little ear thingies.
The salamander with antlers.
Antler.
Minecraft guy have...
That's the title of the episode.
Wait, what is the title? Let me write this down.
Santler Lamantler.
Salmantler.
Wait, where did my notebook go?
Did the Minecraft guy have it for this, or is this Steve just a name that they added for his character select screen?
Has been
Steve
named
is the canonical Minecraft guy.
I had no idea.
I really like that they put I watched the whole video about the
I wrote a
mechanics.
bunch of notes on this earlier.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's really cool. I'm never gonna play the character. I have no interest in Minecraft or Steve or anything. But I watched the entire 20 minutes that Sakurai talked about how they invented the character and how they tied it into the Minecraft series. And it's actually really fucking cool because it's like, if
is he gonna be able to dig destruct through levels and shit?
Not destroy, but the terrain you're on does matter. So for example. Okay. You know how in Smash, you may not know, but
I think
Smash,
all trains matter.
The last Smash Brothers I played was GameCube, so could you couch it in those terms?
So a lot of the DLC characters from other series will have things from their series be ported into the game. For example, Ryu is from Street Fighter, so you can do the Street Fighter combinations, and it'll do the hurricane kick and the shoryuken and all that stuff in the game. Cloud from Final Fantasy VII is in Smash, and he has a limit break you can build up. The things that they ported from Minecraft are you can drop a crafting table, which when you stand in front of it changes your special moves to be different things, and your down special gets things from the earth or from the ground below, and it all depends on where you're. It depends on where you're standing. So if you're standing if you're on Great Bay, which is in Melee, so you should know that one. That's the one that's the Majora's Mask.
Great Bay,
the one with the turtle.
Oh, that's my girlfriend.
So if you're on the wooden platform,
she's
there,
a Great
you dig,
Bay.
you're gonna get wood.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna get wood
if you're on
when I'm with my
Corneria, the Star Fox one where it's just the ship, you always get iron when you dig there. And then maps that have different terrains, you'll get different stuff out of it. So that's pretty cool. And then that changes the moves you can use. So if you have redstone and gold, then you can do a move that uses a rail cart, a powered rail cart to
what
launch
moves
you at the
can
enemy.
You use?
There's a lot, and that's pretty cool.
So he's
Okay.
kind of like no, Game and Watch was more just like random shit he would do, right? It
Yeah.
wasn't like context.
Yeah, he
specific.
would flip bacon at you.
Oh, dude.
I think
God, I
I
want
saw
to
the
play
best
And he had like a trampoline thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
When this is all over, we should get together and play some Smash. That would be fun.
I've
I
got
haven't played
Smash.
Smash in so long.
Yeah.
I have Smash. I guess we could play it online, but it's not the same.
Yeah, Ewan plays Smash with me every month or so at one point, and neither one of us are good at it.
But being in the same room is fun. Do you play the correct way, or do you play with stocks? What do you play? Oh no, you're playing 1-on-1 though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I like stock is I guess the way to go if you're gonna do 1-on-1. But if you're doing like more than 2 people, you have to do time mode
Party game. Items.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
items and shit because like it's just fun. And also if you do stock, you can just have like one person sitting around and trying to like not get hit, and then they just win because they didn't die a bunch.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
Is
if you
this
do
a
time,
game I should get?
When you do time, you lose a point for dying, and if someone launched you, they gain a point. But
Yeah,
if like
basically.
you just sit there and do nothing, you gain no points. So like that's the only way you can do like a more than 1-on-1.
Matt, wait till you have money, but yeah, that's the game you should get.
It's
I'll
like
I'll play with you.
this is just a thing that's already
it's
on
fun,
Switch that they're adding characters to, right? This is not like a new
Yeah, but you have
version
to,
of
I
Smash
think you have to
Bros.
buy the DLC packs for the characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So there's like 72 characters in the game. There's 8 to start, and you unlock up to 72 by playing.
Yeah.
And then there's a first DLC pass, which adds 5. And then there's a 6th character you can buy separately. It's
That's
Piranha Plant.
honestly the best part of the game is like unlocking the
Yeah.
like new characters by like playing it, because it's just like
Yeah.
randomly you'll do something in the game. They'll be like, "Oh, you gotta fight fucking Princess Peach now," and then you have to fight her 1-on-1, and if you win, you unlock them. I don't know. It's just really kind of like satisfying, slowly unlocking the entire roster.
Yeah. I might look
know
into
that
that
we-
because that'd be a good nostalgia kick.
I know
Yeah.
that we've shifted from politics in the games, but
What do you think they're going to add Trump and COVID
Bowser
to
got
Super
the
Smash Bros?
coronavirus.
You can already make me
Okay,
characters.
no. So I left Twitter open, and I just like saw that there was this trending thing. So
Please
tonight
tell me
there's a
that-
debate in South Carolina between Lindsey Graham and his opponent. His opponent brought an entire plexiglass fucking like divider between him, and that is the fucking most hilarious thing I have ever seen. Like, it's not just a mask; he brought this fucking giant plexiglass divider.
Is it like the fucking
Andy?
Andy Reid fucking
Oh
thing?
no! It's not. It's a wall. It's like a dividing wall. You would put.
I just
in, like,
want to give some context to those for people that don't know who Andy Reid is. So he's the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, and I believe all the coaches and sideline staff have to wear masks at football games. But he wasn't wearing a mask. He had like a fucking like homemade cut plexiglass shield. Like it was like one of those like salad bar shields that he just had over his like head. It was like, what the fuck is this supposed to accomplish? It was literally like not anything, and it kept fogging up.
Yeah,
It was just like, dude, what the fuck?
He got a lot
are
of
you
shit
doing?
for it. But what's funny is that there was hockey goalies who
Uh-huh.
like got in touch with him after that because they saw the game and they're
Oh.
like, "What the fuck is this old man doing?" So they told him like, if you want to do a face shield, first you have to get defogging solution and you have to coat that bitch, and because like that's hockey, players have to deal with this shit. It's like you have to get defogging solution. You have to put it on every hour, or else it'll just like wear off and it'll start fogging again. And you have to poke holes in the top. So like if you're doing a visor, you have to have holes in the top so the hot air can go through instead of warming up the plastic and making the cold air condense onto the hot plastic. But so he's done that in every game since, and it's worked for him. He's not had any fog problems. But the first one was hilarious because you could just see like this piece of like foggy ass plastic on his face, and you'd see him like trying to like wipe and see through it and shit. It was hilarious.
Dude, I thought.
Yeah, it was really stupid. And it's just really, I just love, God, I'm so happy. It's been so long since I've been able to be happy.
I told Ewan that the last time I was happy was in January of 2016
Yeah.
when I was watching a Twitch stream of my friend playing Undertale, which I've never played. I was just watching other people play it. And he was like, very slow at it and like talking to everyone, and then like every NPC he talked to, he'd tell a little story about like someone it reminds of, and like it was this so wholesome thing. And then after that, I've never been happy. I've literally not been happy since January of 2016.
Yeah. So it's just nice. It's just nice to have that we got one, and to those people saying like, whatever, I'd say cue the Always Sunny music and just say, what was that quote from that episode where
screw that old bitch, he's a Nazi.
Yeah, screw that old bitch, he's a Nazi. Like, should we feel bad about him being sick? Nah, no. He's a fucking Nazi.
No. I mean, I know I'm definitely not the one to listen to on this, because like everywhere I go, people are like, can you not like wish people death all the time?
Look, man, dude yesterday told the fucking racist organization Proud Boys to stand by, fucking die. Yeah. Like, come on.
And then like they're like, no, what he meant was like, don't do violence. And it's like, okay, let's go to the Proud Boys.
Then say that.
No. Let's go to the Proud. They were like, let's go to the Proud Boys like communication director and see what they said. And he's like, he basically told us to go out there and fuck shit up. That was like a verbatim quote of what he said. I was like, you know how they took it.
Yeah.
My favorite part about that was Proud Boys becoming like front page material on Reddit and finding out that the Proud Boys aren't just college douches. There's like 50 men that have Proud Boy on their t-shirts, and they just look adorable.
You know who's a Proud Boy? My cat. Steve.
Oh, also that Reddit's doing this like thing where they upload pictures of happy gay couples with Proud Boys in the title to try and like take over the search results.
Nice.
The only people who can take over search results are K-pop fans. They're the only ones with the physical capability who can do that.
I love there was like a image too of Hope Hicks and Donald Trump with him like grasping at her hand. And they said it's like a Greek tragedy. Like, it's just like, oh my God.
I think you mean comedy.
I just want to say this. The motherfucker knew that he had fucking COVID-19 when he went to the debate.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And didn't warn anyone on the Biden team. It's just insane.
Yep.
It's
I'm starting to think this Trump guy is not a great person.
Well, this is the GOP is a death cult.
Maybe not great choice for president.
Oh man, it's just great. God, I'm so happy he feels bad.
Yeah,
like that's a great way of putting it. You know what I mean?
I'm just happy that he feels bad. Well, he had some consequences to his actions.
Yeah, and I'm happy that like Senate GOPers are freaking out that they might not get their like stolen Supreme Court.
Oh my God, I know the possibility of that happening with a bunch of high-ranking GOP senators also testing positive.
Are
they going to not be able to get together to get a vote?
We're used to the hypocrisy now that nobody's even talking about the fact that McConnell said that you can't court justice in an election year. It's fucking 1 month away, and he's like, "No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
No."
And we're just all so used to it.
I know this because I kept that Twitter tab open with that Harrison guy who brought his fucking plexiglass like recording booth with him.
Yeah,
to separate him from Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham,
Jamie Harrison, look it up. He's fucking great.
Lindsey Graham in 2016 was like, I want you to use my words against me. If there's a Republican president and a Republican Senate, we will not, and use my words against me, we will not do a Supreme Court justice. Which, of course, it was a lie, because it was always a lie. That was the point.
Oh, yeah.
But
even when they said that, it was like
there's a debate happening right now, and apparently he's just like, you said to use your words against you, motherfucker. Yeah. Like, I'm just listening to you.
So yeah, dude. I had no idea this debate was going on. I might watch this later.
I didn't either, but I'm really happy that I learned about the guy bringing his plexiglass fucking recording booth. that makes my day.
Yeah, so the second surge for coronavirus is already underway, so everyone should just... I like how everyone was like, hey, everyone should be hunkering back down. It's like, bitch, I've been hunkered down.
Yeah.
What was everybody else doing?
Why do you think all the fucking people suddenly getting COVID are Republicans? Because they're the ones not wearing masks, not socially distancing.
And I've heard them try to spin it that's how it proves it's a Democratic conspiracy, because none of them have been getting it.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it
mean,
would just be
that
like,
could be true.
yeah.
Or we could all just not be fucking idiots and learn
Well,
about...
I mean, it's just like saying, like, okay, we have all of these people who are choosing to be unhygienic now are dirty. And it's like, yeah, it's not our fault that you didn't do the thing we told you to do. Like, it's just so fucking stupid.
As of 9 hours ago, Senate announces recess until October 19th.
Well, yeah, but they're still going to do all of the like Supreme Court seat stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
That's not a recess then.
No. But that's like a judiciary committee is going to have hearings.
Oh.
The actual Senate will not be together because they don't want more people to get sick before they.
So just the rest of the
to be there.
Committee will get sick then. All right, cool.
Well, and it's kind of like bullshit too, because we have like fucking coronavirus relief bills that people want to get done.
Yep. Well, not in the Senate. They don't want to do things in the Senate. Mr. Turtleman, just hates that things get done. He's so happy when things don't get done. He talks about that's his whole job is we don't get things done, and that's what you paid me for. Fuck you. I want Turtle to get the virus. I'm sorry.
I don't know if he can because it
banned.
cross species again.
That's
yeah,
true.
I mean, there are dogs and cats with the coronavirus.
Well, they can carry it, but
yeah, I don't think they get sick from it.
You guys don't have corona, do you? No, they're sleeping. I think they're good.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
What do we talk about now?
It just feels so good.
I know. I'm just
so happy.
I've obsessively refreshing news feeds, and instead of feeling terrible, I feel giddy.
It's the opposite of doom scrolling.
Yeah.
It's like happy scrolling.
And
like, who's gonna get it next? Who's next?
I'm over feeling guilty about it. I don't give a fuck. I
don't feel guilty.
Yeah, whatever.
Wait, we were supposed to ever feel guilty about?
I did
period on that.
I did.
Well, it's the insane like fucking bullshit that the Democratic Party has been spouting since the Obamas were in office. Of they go low, we go high, and it's fucking dumb.
Yeah, it turns out that's a losing strategy.
Because what happens is they go low, we go high, they go even lower, and then
they fucking take you out at the knees.
Yeah.
The problem with like I get the idea of like
they're not playing
high.
But they're not playing fair. So
I get the idea of start high. Like they start low, we start high. But you should not fucking remain high if they're like going for your kneecaps. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, you're gonna have to fucking kick them in the teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could remain high as a country, we wouldn't have a lot of these problems.
I'm working on it.
We just gotta get that marijuana legalization everywhere, and then it'll be fine. The country will be fine.
And I'm a fucking square.
What if Trump came out and said that? What if he was like,
what?
I'm gonna legalize weed?
That's the one good thing. You still suck.
No, and then Biden is still against it. Would that ruin everything?
No, because weed's really easy to get.
I'm just saying that, like, because I feel like that would like get the Joe Rogan group like fully on Trump's side even more so.
I mean, either way,
the Joe Rogan group doesn't fucking vote. They talk a big game and they do not vote.
Yeah, those people are not going to go and vote.
They'll just,
oh my God,
they'll just complain about whoever.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Wait, what if Trump dies and they can't replace him with?
They just Weekend and Bernie's him for a while.
No.
I did see that Photoshop on the front page of Reddit.
So he dies, and they can't like put Pence on the top of the ballot because like they've already like you can't change a ballot that close to the election day.
Uh-huh.
So like they're like, all right, Republicans are just gonna sit this one out. So we're gonna go to our remaining 2 popular candidates, Joe Biden and Kanye West.
That is
Oh
fun.
my god, he might lose.
No, but what really would happen is people would vote for Trump, and then the delegates that get promised for Trump are free to vote for whoever.
This was decided by the Supreme Court because one dumbass in like Minnesota in 2004 voted for John Edwards instead of John Kerry, and the Supreme Court said, nope, you can't do that. You have to vote for them separately. Like whoever you vote for president, not for vice president, for president is who you have to have like your delegates vote for. So like isn't the whole thing with Minnesota,
isn't the whole thing with the Electoral College that they're not really bound to
No. Okay. So here's the thing. They were used to not be bound. This year there was a Supreme Court decision that
this is a new thing.
So if you combine the John Edwards, John Kerry court decision with the current court decision that says you can't just elect whoever you want, it is illegal to vote for the vice president for president when you meant to vote for the president. That was decided in 2004, and it's illegal to vote for whoever the fuck you want.
Spanky, there's nuance on that last bit.
Well, before you get into the nuance, let me just say that, like, if Trump does die and people vote him in, then we're going to need the other John Edwards to interpret his orders.
The president might fucking die.
It's not,
and I don't even feel bad about it. That's the weird part.
So Spanky, the actual nuance of that is that once based off of whatever method of choosing that the state picks the electors, whether it's a state that does proportional, whether it's a state that does all, or which it won't happen by the end of this election cycle, but if the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact goes into effect because enough states have passed that.
It takes 26 days.
No, it takes a certain amount of electors.
It takes 50% plus one of the delegates.
Correct. So if that goes through, that still has nothing to do with that decision, because if your state guarantees that the electors are from the party that wins the national vote, even if they didn't win your state, it's just that the elector can't vote for whoever the hell they feel like, as long as you pick that elector. So if that elector is from Camp Orange versus Camp Yellow, he has to vote for Camp Orange. But if your state, let's say, votes yellow, but nationally votes orange, and your state says, well, we're going to say that the Orange Camp won the country, so we're going to send orange electors.
More like the Orange Cheeto Man.
Yeah.
Orange Man bad.
Are you calling Joe Biden a coward, making him Team Yellow? He beat the shit out of Corn Pop in a swimming pool parking lot, apparently.
My wife couldn't remember that name. Like, and she was like, what is it? Oh, yeah, Corn Pop. Oh, my God. Speaking of my wife.
My wife. Hey, speaking of things that come out soon and might influence the election, Borat 2 is coming out October.
Yeah.
And apparently, this might be just hype, but one of the press releases said that somebody was recorded doing career-ending shit on it. So look forward to that. All right.
It's coming out soon.
I hope it's Mike Pence.
I do too, but it won't be.
It'll not going to be
a GOP senator or something.
No, it's going to be like a state senator.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
like the guy from This Is America that career because he's a dumbass racist.
You mean Patriot Act?
What? Hassan Minhaj's the Patriot Act?
Yeah, like what do you mean This Is America?
No, that was
that was Sacha Baron Cohen's TV show.
No, he did a TV show on Showtime.
That's right. I thought it was just the
Childish Gambino song.
Childish Gambino.
Oh yeah.
That song.
Oh yeah. Gonna go and do some cool.
God, that's a fucking good
dancing.
song.
It is a fucking great song, and he's a really great musician.
He should do a
actually.
2020 version. We Didn't Start the Fire in length.
Yeah.
I
What else he
remember
got?
when the This Is America video came out, and I went to work, and like my 40-something-year-old Democrat coworkers were like, "Did you see the video?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, there's this video. It's like it's super like it's crazy." And I watched it. I'm like, "This is exactly what Childish Gambino is known for. What the fuck is so crazy about this?" They
Yeah.
didn't know who he was. They didn't know who he was. I'm like, no, this is the kind of shit that Donald Glover does. Like, have you seen his stand-up? Are you kidding me? Fucking Democrats.
There was I
Uh,
remember the name.
So,
of it, but there's a music video that people were saying should have won video of the year for just basically being that sentiment times like a million. Being
his name is Dong.
much more
Dong.
uncomfortable to watch, but maybe I'll post that in the Discord if I remember what
You
it's
should
called.
Shorten his first name to Don, and then say his name.
Dong Lover.
Did you know? Did you know that he like someone was like, oh, we should get Donald like this is back in like 2011 whenever Andrew Garfield got cast as Spider-Man. Like we should cast Donald Glover as Spider-Man, and then racist people were like, no, we can't have black as the Spider-Man.
Miles Morales.
And then they literally like made Miles Morales in the comics because of that.
Oh, really?
Inspired by Donald Glover. And then in Spider-Man Homecoming, Donald Glover has a cameo.
He's
and
Miles
his cousin
Morales' uncle
in the show.
or cousin or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. I like that.
I guess not
Although I
uncle, because
still
then
want
he'd
a
be the
Donald
evil
Glover
guy from
Spider-Man.
Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Well, I think Donald Glover's a little too old to be Spider-Man.
No, he's not. Have you seen Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, he could be an
Parker in
older
that is
version.
like 38.
I guess if they did like an older Spider-Man.
I mean, that's.
I'm
I
just
think-
assuming they would do another origin story movie.
No, like,
no.
well, I don't know. I guess it's
I mean,
that pie,
the
you
thing
never know
about
what's
origin
gonna
story
happen,
movies
but-
is they've literally stopped doing them. Like after the Andrew Garfield one, they're like, people have seen too much of Spider-Man origin story because there was like
Everyone
the
knows
cartoon.
No, we
Spider-Man's
still get the
origin
fucking
story.
Batman origin story. Even in Joker, you saw going down the drain.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the pearls. That it's such a good scene. Like, fucking Christopher Nolan, baby.
That's what I say after every time I'm on Pornhub.
Christopher Nolan, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Martha Wayne pearl necklace is my search term. On.
Why did you say that name?
Wait, Martha? That's the same name as my mom.
That's
my
the
God.
same name as my name.
Idea
I mean,
for a
my mom's
porn.
name.
I have the greatest idea for a porn ever, and like maybe it's not because I don't watch porn, but here it is. Here's the idea.
You should watch
It's
porn.
Superman.
So
fucking,
dumb.
No. Superman is like boob fucking Martha Wayne.
Superman and those hoes.
And then she's like, say my name. And then he's like, what is your name? Because like she's just a hoe he picked up. And she's like,
I'm pretty sure I
Martha.
just
And
saw
it's-
this on the most
it's
recent
my
episode of The
mom's
Boys.
Yeah.
Oh, I did love that they had the porn parodies of the
Man, they used the
superheroes.
word cuck a lot in the latest episode.
They did.
They went full on 4chan.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. It's a word that I hadn't heard outside of like old French plays until like a couple of years ago. I will never understand like how that made a comeback.
What, cuck?
The-
Don't call
the-
it a cuck.
The
back.
first time I heard it was when you were playing my dad in Tartuffe and you were blaming Jay of making a cuckold
Oh.
of you.
I mean, that's like the old. Yeah, I guess that was like a
Yeah.
really popular term in like the ye olden times.
Back when
But,
America was great.
Back
it's
when
for me to-
America wasn't a thing yet. So
Wait,
yeah.
What was the what's the thing from The Boys? Make America Safe Again.
Mm.
Is a quote from this recent episode,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which felt like it's like the show is like somewhat triggering in a way, but it's also
Like,
not.
Yeah.
It should
also,
be
the
too.
name drop
It's bad.
PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Them
They
name
did name
dropping
drop
PewDiePie was
Which
me
was-
going, and it was by the Nazi. The Nazi was like, "You don't like PewDiePie?" to a little kid.
Oh
And it's
shit!
like,
I didn't
of
even
course
make that
the Nazi-
connection.
Yeah, the Nazi is trying to get the kid interested in PewDiePie, and like it wasn't like a like they tried to make a name that sounded like PewDiePie. It was just PewDiePie.
Yeah. It's like it should be too on the nose, but it's too good. It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
John, give TJ your login so he can watch The Boys and buy stuff on Amazon.
I don't have money.
Your login.
I don't have money to buy stuff on Amazon.
No, but it'll be John's login. John's Amazon Prime.
Yeah, you can.
What's your
buy shit.
John? What's your password?
My password is Amazon Prime password.
What is your routing number for your bank?
What's the 16 digits on the front of your card and the 3 digits on the back?
Just the first 16.
What's the,
Uwu.
1, 2, 3, 4,
okay?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
And what are the last 8 digits of your social security number?
The last 8. Oh, so I had a nostalgia trip this morning, and I don't want to go too.
I'm the nostalgia critic. I review it, so you don't have to.
Exactly. So I was looking into some.
I gotta cut TJ off.
That's great. He probably did get canceled.
TJ, is this your favorite fucking running joke?
I don't know. At this point, I might as well just have a side stream and just like do Twitch streamer reacts to the Born in the 80s podcast.
Yeah. You just turn to the camera like Jim in the office.
You're like Jim Halpert in the office. You need to get the not the Always Sunny Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Like, whenever I do that. No, go on what you're gonna say.
But I went to one of my old favorite humorous things on the Something Awful website.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't a Photoshop Friday as they were wont to do years ago, but something similar. They had two different times they had done these things called awful arcade machines, where people did photoshops of just ridiculous arcade machines, and I'd go through them, but it's not really good for an audio podcast. So maybe we will stream that later as kind of an aside. Some of them are kind of a product of their time, and some of them, some of those humorous things should be canceled in today's culture. But some of them are great, including the Clerks animated series reference of the bear driving a car.
I love that. That Clerks animated series is so good.
I haven't seen it.
We should watch it sometime. Like
Yeah.
it's 6 episodes. Like,
Is it?
It's
It
still ahead of
feels
its
like
time.
something that's just not streaming anywhere.
it was like it's so ahead of its time, because like if Adult Swim had existed, it would have been
Oh, yeah.
exactly what would be on that.
Oh
But
yeah.
it was before then. So, let's see. Doug Walker.
Clerks, the
Yeah,
animated
called-
series, is on Apple
For
TV for purchase.
No, I guess he isn't canceled, at least according to his Wikipedia page. So,
Who?
Doug Walker, the nostalgia critic.
Is there like a website that I
Oh,
can
no,
just
no, no.
put somebody's
There's
name
the
in? And
Channel
No.
Awesome, I think.
Yeah.
It was canceled, but
Oh,
like
okay.
Doug Walker was the one trying to cancel them, I think.
Oh, so he's a good guy.
Maybe. I don't know. I could have this wrong.
It's hard to tell with all the people on the internet. Like, I just
So
assume if they're
I
like
remember
a-
you and talking to me about this, and I think it might have been hold on, let me see if I can figure that out.
Yeah.
Probably on
'Cause I
the
remember
channel
watching his
Awesome.
videos and enjoying them when I was in college and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. And I went to the Channel Awesome Wikipedia. Initial allegations.
Whenever
there
you have a Wikipedia page that has allegations on it, you know.
The
you did
Wikipedia page. Control F. Type in allegations. If you get a hit, that person's fucking canceled.
Yeah.
So here's what it says. Between October 2014 and January 2015, several longtime content producers departed from Channel Awesome. In March 2018, several former producers alleged via a series of Twitter posts mismanagement and mistreatment by members of Channel Awesome's upper management, including the Walker brothers and Mashad. I don't know who that is. The allegations included a history of sexist behavior by Mashad to our female producers, incompetence by the Walker brothers, including Doug Walker, during production of the company's anniversary films, and failure to communicate with producers about significant decisions affecting them. One such allegation from Ellis stated that production on the film To Boldly Flee, she was repeatedly pressured into looping a scene in which her character was implied to be raped off-screen by Louis Lovhaug's character. She further alleged that due to her and Lovhaug's protests over the scene's content, Doug Walker rewrote it, so the implication of assault was less implicit. Ellis said that she was forced to perform the scene under intimidation. In March and April 2018, several producers, including Lovhaug and Todd Nathanson, Derek Jackson, and Mike Jevons, departed from Channel Awesome. Further departures. There's a bunch more people. There was a document release called Not So Awesome via a public Google Drive page. And then more people left, like Chris Stuckman. And then there was another
there are a lot of Not So Awesome people in Channel Awesome, but Doug Walker wasn't one of them.
Well, he was definitely implicit in at least some intimidation. No, like directly from. Because he was the one who rewrote and directed the scene where she had to like do over and over again the scene where she was being raped, and not just like that was a bad decision, but they literally said no, we don't want to do this over and over and over again. And they said no, fuck you, we'll change this, we'll change a detail about it, and then we'll have to keep doing this. So he's definitely done that.
What is this channel? Because I've thought we were talking about like in my up it was like video games and stuff, but why are they doing scenes about rape?
I feel like they did their own like indie film kind of stuff too.
Okay,
like on top of
that seems like maybe something you don't try to do as an amateur, like that level of
so the longest running shows that are part of Channel Awesome are the Cinema Snob, which I believe is like pretentious art critic watches and comments on obscure exploitation films and pornography. That's strange. Angry Joe Show, who was one of the people who left Channel Awesome in 2018.
I feel like I've heard of Angry Joe.
Yeah, he's like a video game YouTuber now.
No, he always has been. The reason I know this is because this is around the time, and I honestly don't know how bad of a person he was in this specific implication here, but this was the time Mass Effect 3 came out, and like there were people who hated the ending, and like that sucks. Like, I mean, I didn't like the ending, but you know what? That sucks.
Well, there are people that are like way into it, and we're like, EA's ruining like games because of like.
And they made petitions, and they harassed developers and doxed people. Like they were being extremely basically, Angry Joe was the figurehead of that entire movement. He was doing YouTube videos about it. He was like the biggest YouTuber pushing for this petition and stuff. So it definitely wasn't on the scale of like Gamergate, but it was like a pre-Gamergate mobilization of like doxing and whatever by gamers to people because of something they didn't like. So like when I look back on that, I remember that, and I'm like, I don't know if Angry Joe is a bad person, but I think about that sometimes, and I don't think
Proud
I
Boys.
like,
Yeah, they were just boys, and they would grow up to be proud boys. They would learn to be proud. It would. Exactly. Gavin Newsom would mobilize them into their final form.
Gavin Newsom like also doesn't have a chin.
Untextured Gavin Newsom.
Go on r/Blender and request that. Really, my 3D models are just polygons, so like I can't do it. I can't fulfill that wish for you.
The thing about
TFW wipe on General Dracasath.
Nerd reference. I just am too cool to get.
Yeah, agreed.
No,
do you guys like the cartoon television show The Legend of Korra?
I do. Wait, we're not getting to Korra yet, are we?
I don't
I don't
know.
know. Like, it's been an hour and a half since we were supposed
No,
to
it's
start. I
been
do
an
not know how
hour
long
and
we've been
15.
No,
streaming.
I'm looking on our Twitch.
It's been about an hour since we started.
Yeah, it's been an hour since the podcast started. So let's give us another like 20 minutes. TJ, can you bring up something?
No.
TJ,
Unless you want to know why I'm dressed, or unless the podcast wants to know why I'm dressed up.
You know what's
TJ.
crazy?
Shit.
You know what's crazy? Halloween's coming up, guys.
Yeah.
Fuck,
So what
why?
are you dressed?
Sorry.
What are you dressed as, CJ?
I had to cut you off, so I wanted you to start saying something, so I cut you off. TJ,
Fine.
why are you dressed up?
Because I shoved bread into my daughter's face and everyone cheered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's how that works.
So yes, you communed with nature and get Jesus and God. I think. I don't know.
I've started a commune. You're all welcome to join. It costs all of your worldly possessions.
Okay. I think Jared Leto has one of those, but I'm not allowed to join because I don't have.
Wait, what's the one from the lady from no shit, what's that Superman show that existed on the CW?
Oh,
Smallville.
Nexium.
Yeah, Nexium. That's the weird.
Nexium's a super. Did you do like the little circle breads, or do you? Because I went to a Lutheran mass once, and they had like actual bread that had actual flavor. It had like sugar on it. It was fucking delicious.
I know what you're talking about. They actually like have an actual flatbread they like tear into pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Every Catholic church I've been to, it's the fucking discs,
Catholic
like, fucking wafer discs.
It's the plus sign Othello pieces.
Yeah.
Plus sign Othello pieces.
Yeah. I mean, they're thinner than Othello pieces.
Yeah.
One time I got in trouble because I had like headgear in the roof of my mouth that was like supposed to stretch my teeth out sideways.
Palate expander.
Yeah, and because of that, I broke the hose before I put it in my mouth. And then the priest talked to me after mass and was like, you know, when you do that, there could be little bits of Jesus that kind of crumble off and end up on the ground, and you don't want Jesus to end up on the ground, do you?
Okay.
I'm like, fucking Jesus is in the ground, bitch. He died.
I've been to all
sins.
I've been to all sides.
I gotta say though, like, what is it called? Like, transubstantiation? Is that the word for this shit?
Correct.
Yeah.
The Catholics are wrong. I'm sorry, Catholics, but what the fuck?
No,
they're like hardcore, aren't they? They're like the only ones that believe it's like actually changing.
But you're actually eating Jesus.
Yep.
Catholicism is the most metal version of Christianity.
It's true. It's like it's like
the goth girlfriend of Christianity.
Low-key.
Because she drinks, she fucks, and she's really into like fucking gothic shit.
They just won't shut up about Satan.
Yeah.
Is it any wonder I'm
into
obsessed
windows.
with like Satanism and stuff now? You did this to me, Jesus. You did this. I learned it from you.
I always thought it was funny, like, all my Catholic friends, which were like 3 of them, were super, super, like, they didn't drink, they didn't fuck. And I'm like, those are the 2 things that, like, Catholics are down to do that the Protestants are super shitty about. I never understood how, like, I'm like, you guys are being Baptists about this, and you're Catholic.
Yeah.
You go through all the trouble of being Catholic just so you can fuck, and you don't. I'm so confused.
Because of Catholic guilt. You forget about the Catholic guilt.
That is the other thing that comes with Catholicism. Do you guys want to hear a joke that my priest said at Mass once?
He said, "Kids, can you find the quarter?"
No, we didn't have one of those. So a Catholic priest and a rabbi get in a car accident, and the priest is like, "Oh shit! Well, thank God we're okay. Let's celebrate this moment with some communion wine. I got some in my trunk. Let's toast to Jesus or probably not Jesus if it's a rabbi. God."
Say, "Oh shit!"
And then so he gives some to the rabbi, and the rabbi drinks it. And he's like, "Are you gonna have any?" And the priest goes, "Yeah, but after the cop shows up."
Oh,
That's like one of 4 things I remember about Catholicism.
now, regardless of everything, is I'm really surprised when we registered our family as members of this church. I think this was after we got married, probably after we got married. I don't know. I actually told myself I wasn't going to lie in the registration sheet, so I said that I'm atheist.
Yeah.
So all the letters do come in my wife's name or directly to the kids.
They're just like, oh gosh, maybe she can save us.
The one thing I remember about being a Catholic is our catechism class, like we had in high school, and this fucking lady who was like super Catholic came and like talked to us about how like she had they were having like trouble, like, or no, they wanted to adopt a kid from like China or something, and how they like went through that process. And then they like were very specific about the fact that like they prayed that she wouldn't get pregnant because if they had a kid, they couldn't adopt a kid. And it's like, bitch, use a condom. But of course they didn't because they're Catholic. Yep. And it's like, that's fucking so stupid. They were just like, it was through the grace of God that we were able to adopt. And I was like, this is fucking dumb. Like, my mom and her family are all like super Catholic, but they're like not stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even my like 87-year-old grandma was like, you know what? Maybe gay people are just fine.
I just remembered another thing about.
Yeah, you fucking like, come on, like Jesus.
I remembered another Catholicism.
There's liberal Catholics that exist, which is like a small sect, but they definitely exist.
I would say that like growing up where I grew up, Catholics were considered liberal regardless. Like even the right wing Catholics were considered liberal because like they were compared to Methodists and Pentecostals and Southern Baptists and all sorts of shit. So it's like comparatively, they were the left wingers, which is funny because like I said, they can fuck. They can't wear condoms, and they get into a whole bunch of trouble if but like they can fuck and then just go tell their priest that they fucked and get like, oh, you got to say like 50 Hail Marys for fucking.
Yeah.
But that's it. You know what I mean? Whereas like if you fuck and you're a Protestant, then if you're a man, it doesn't matter. But if you're a woman,
the problem with Catholicism is if you are Catholic and you become president, then you're not really in charge of the Pope is, and you report to him for everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. One world government, QAnon.
I forgot that Joe Biden was Catholic.
Oh, is he? I was talking about Kennedy.
I swear to God, yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh man, I gotta not.
Well, it doesn't matter because his VP's a cop. So
yeah,
I remember I was in high school. If you can picture this, in high school I was an asshole, and I remember. I remember being an asshole to religious kids, like, which was all of them. But like I remember the one thing I remember is like I was bitching about like whatever sect of Pentecostal it is that like forces the women to wear skirts, and that's why like they don't have to participate in gym class or something like that. And I would just like bitching out loud because I was a teenager and an asshole. And I was like, with these fucking Pentecostals, you know how they are. They don't have to do any of this shit. And there was this girl just staring me with such a death stare, like through my soul. And she was a Pentecostal girl, and she wasn't participating because she had to wear a skirt. And she's like, "What do you mean we're that way?" And I'm like, "Well, you can't come out on the gym without gym clothes, so go fuck yourself."
What are you gonna do? Beat me up? I'm in the gym. You can't come out here.
Yeah, but like because of that, because of like my reputation for being a dick, because like I was like one of the only kids who like was an out atheist, I guess you could say, and was that like my Catholic friends, they didn't want to like I would ask them like honest questions because like I never wanted to like be shitty towards the Catholics because like the rest of the school was shitty toward them for quote worshiping Mary anyway, that like I felt bad for them.
We worshipped. I don't remember worshiping Mary.
No, I don't know where they got that idea, but like they kept telling the kids that, other kids that. Anyway, but I remember asking them like, what's a catechism? What's a what's a homily? I kept asking this shit, and like one of them who was actually pretty cool was like, Brandon, you got to stop asking people that. we don't want you messing up our, like being a dick to us for this. I'm like, no, I'm actually curious. I guess because they thought that I knew what it meant. I'm like, no, of course you don't know what it means. What the fuck is a homily? Like I think that's like
all the southern Protestants were like, what weird witchcraft can I study about you? And so they're just so like,
you know what I like is
the fact that Catholics like were into exorcism for a while. I know they like officially weren't even when the exorcism.
No, I like the Latino Catholicism that's like got the Catholicism that's got like all the weird like fucking witchcraft and shit in it.
Oh
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Where they're like, I don't know, they light candles and like.
Well,
that Marian egg and some shit. Like,
Mexican Catholicism
awesome.
is blended with a lot of traditional beliefs, so they have and they have a lot of saints that just aren't really Catholic saints, and they're old deities from whatever traditional beliefs. So there's a Saint Death, and fucking
hell yeah,
like
that's what I want my confirmation name.
Gangs and stuff will like pray to her before they like go out and fucking murder people. It's Saint Death is fucking great.
Like, hey, what is a confirmation name? What is that about?
I've got to deal with that in a couple weeks with the old kid.
Yeah.
And I was just
so for confirmation, your confirmation name is another additional middle name that you get that is taken from the name of a saint usually.
Yeah, no, I know what
honestly,
it is now.
I don't remember.
But that was like one of the questions I would ask the Catholic kids, and then be like, "Are you just gonna make fun of us and be a dick like you are to the Protestants?" I'm like, "No, you guys have." I literally tell them this. I said, "You guys have way better architecture than the Protestants."
So I really wish I would have
picked. Go to a Protestant church, it was like a fucking grocery store or something in there, and then I'd go to a Catholic church, and it's like there's stained glass windows and paintings and shit. Yeah. That's fucking cool.
There's
I wish I would have picked
snakes getting stabbed. Shit in the windows.
Saint Death. I wish I would have picked her.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure my confirmation name was just Saint Matthew. I'm pretty sure I was just like, I don't give a fuck.
So you're Matthew Hag?
It's not a legal name, John. You don't have to use it.
It's legal. I use mine all the time.
This reminds me that Macaulay Culkin changed his middle name to Macaulay Culkin, so his name is Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah,
nice.
Macaulay. Yeah.
TJ, he's Southern. You got to give him a break.
Oh,
they don't know how to good word talk like us.
I want you to guess what my saint.
I can't talk.
My name is
Peter.
No,
because it's got Peter. Like we
know.
Oh,
hold up. Wait, your confirmation name?
Yeah.
Patrick.
Probably one of the most popular saints of all time.
Jesus.
It is
Thomas Aquinas.
Jesus.
Teresa.
My middle name is
Chorizo.
So
Saint Chorizo. Oh man.
No. Fucking I was talking to Ewan today about Old Yeller. I don't remember
You should do a podcast where it's called Chewin' with Ewan and you talk about stuff.
While eating shit.
Like chewing the fat. Like
we have a podcast name for where we're talking about
stuff.
But
it's
what's
John's
it called?
Better.
While Away?
We also haven't done an episode since
Record another episode.
Yeah. But I like it's meta because he's like, we're away.
It's canon. No, so I was talking to Ewan and I was about Old Yeller and I forget exactly why.
Pop a cap in that dog's ass.
But I said like the word Yeller. Like I was like, because I'm a Southerner. Now we don't say Yeller a lot. Like we'll usually say Yella, not Yeller.
Yeah.
But like
Yella.
it was just something I had said like Yeller, and Ewan was like, "Wait, is that short for yellow?"
Oh God.
Yes. What else would it be short for? And Ewan's like, "No, I thought it was like yellow, like the dog is yelling."
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Spanky, it took me until I was 14 to realize that. You're fine.
Fine.
I
got a VCR.
It took me
until
I was 14
store.
to realize there was a word called yellow. That's fucking nuts, y'all.
I got a VCR at a thrift store a couple
of
years ago, and I found a VHS in it of Old Yeller recorded off the TV in the early 90s. I started watching it with the commercials and everything, and I was having a great time. And then I was like, oh shit, I just remembered how this ends. And then I turned it off and never turned it back on again.
Yeah.
I don't remember the movie. I haven't seen the movie in probably since I was like a preteen.
In the version that I saw, Old Yeller and the boy walk off into the sunset, and it's happy.
What's that from?
What?
Wayne.
There's I don't know. There's some thing where they parents never let them watch.
I don't remember the movie it's based off of, but there was an episode of Hey Arnold which lampooned that, where they did a like a water what is it called? Like when you swim and do the coordinated swimming,
scuba, synchronized swimming,
synchronized swimming. They did a synchronized swimming bit about it, and it was about the horse named Wayne. And they said, Wayne, come back, Wayne. But it was like riding off into the sunset. But I think it was a John Wayne movie, and that's why they called the horse Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my lampoon, the one lampoon I remember was from Tiny Toon Adventures, which it was just the critical scene at the end of the movie. And I swear that Babs was like, I don't want to put you down. And then someone's like, yeah, but if you put him down, you can get this brand new puppy. And she... I think just blows the dog away off screen.
Oh.
But no, I don't have
Rule
a confirmation
34
name.
Babs Bunny blowing dog.
No. No.
All right. Fine.
Well,
look what I've done. So that's our world. Is it? I think it's time. Guys, Donald Trump put out a video statement where he's like talking about how he's fine.
I'm fine.
Is it the same one from a couple?
Yeah.
No, there's like one from like an hour ago.
Oh, fuck, that's good. I'm gonna sample that shit. Really low reading rainbow thing.
Oh, I love it.
I love that super high pitched like compression shit. That's really just grating.
I love how awful it is.
Yeah. That's what 2020 has taught me. Just love the... You'll be happy.
Yes. If you guys want to start talking Korra, I need to go get another drink because my throat.
Well, tell us what's
dry.
up with Trump.
Oh, he just said he's fine in a video.
Mm.
It's like a video of him being like, "I'm fine."
Is he like better in? Is he in the hospital?
Well, I'm reading the. He says he expects to be back very soon. Chief of Staff says the medical next 48 hours is critical. So he's at a turning point. You can either get better or get worse.
Well, yeah, those are the only two options. I mean, I guess you could stay steady, but you know.
Exactly.
Nah, we're never.
No, but I mean, with coronavirus,
worse
there's a
and
lot
better.
of stuff where it's basically people that start getting these treatments, they either respond to them or they just get worse. So we're gonna see what happens.
Fingers
I'm
crossed.
sure he'll be fine because the bad people never die.
Yep, that's true.
Mm.
That's just how it works.
Fuck.
Speaking of bad people,
I'm right here.
I'm on.
Anon? Anansi?
Q Amon.
The African spider?
Where is Marvina? I haven't seen her in a while. I need to get a drink though. I'll be right back.
But yeah, John's gonna miss this. But yeah, I don't have a confirmation name because I was only baptized Catholic, and then we never went to church.
Oh, really? That's the way to do it.
So I've got weird pseudo Christian guilt, but
It's just like
but yeah,
Christian.
so that was fun. Yeah.
Like, man.
Where the fuck?
Well, you shouldn't have guilt at all, though, because you washed away your original sin, and then you're fine. I think that's how it works.
Oh shit! I turned off my camera because I wasn't looking at myself. List of Korra episode
What are we doing? 9 through 12?
9 through 12. But you watched like the day after we did the podcast.
I watched these so long ago. I was too excited.
Wait, we've seen them all, right?
We've got to figure out how to split up spirits, because it's a weird one. 14 episodes. It's gonna be 4, 5, and 5, but I don't know if we're gonna do it that way.
Is there a two-parter in the middle somewhere, Spirits?
I have no clue. I'm not looking at it right now.
The Legend of Korra episodes.
Yes.
Fandom.
There is a two-parter, but no matter how we do it, we won't split them. Well, there's
I
two
know.
two-parters. But also, no matter how we do it, we won't split them.
Well, shit.
Hold on. Oh, no.
No,
I
there's
don't
a
want
way.
to split in the middle. Okay, so the first 4 was a good one for Spirits because that's the end of a 2-parter. Like I want to do all the 2-parters. So we go to 4, then we go to 8, then we go to 14.
Yeah, but wait, we're gonna do 6 episodes?
Dude,
No.
I can do.
Why not?
I can do 6 episodes easy.
Yeah, I probably could, but it's discussing them that takes forever.
John
It
just
takes an
talks,
extra
and
20 minutes from the 5 episodes.
I
we're
chime
gonna
in
do
every
anyway.
once in a while, and I don't really listen
We
to what
have
John
an entire
says.
week
It's
to
easy.
do 1 extra 20 minutes to watch a cartoon show that requires nothing of us.
Very true. Very true. So, when John comes back, we'll tell him we're done with the Korra, and we'll start playing off the episode, right?
Yep, I'm
Okay.
down with that.
Yeah. Get the music ready.
I will start it playing before he gets on. And now this is all just going to be dead air that John will have to cut out later because fuck John.
Oh no, it's fine. We can discuss other things while waiting for him to come back. So
how about this Democrat hoax virus?
Oh god damn it!
I heard that the Democrats have been going around hiding needles full of COVID in movie seats, and if you sit on it, you get poked and you get COVID.
Yeah, but I lick needles, so it's I haven't been able to lick anything because of this stupid COVID shit, and I do that as a gag, but now I can't do it as a gag because I'll fucking die.
Well, you just have to sanitize it first. You have to learn the taste of Lysol, which is not as hard as you think.
That. Yeah, I've done that.
It's basically it's like alcohol and pine, so it's basically gin.
Matt, you got your Switch by you? You should download Super Mario 35 so you can start playing that.
I think it's in the bedroom.
Okay.
Have y'all looked in the Politics Me Off channel to see the fucking plexiglass divider?
Yes, I saw.
I found him on Twitter. That dude, it looks like a really close race. So I hope that dude wins.
It's crazy because it's South Carolina, and like South Carolina is not like it's not North Carolina. North Carolina is like been flipping, but South Carolina has not.
All right, Matt, play it.
So
the website is bornintheeighties.net. You can find previous episodes there. You go to discord.bornintheeighties.net to join in conversation with us. Oh, we finished talking about Korra while you're gone.
Oh, cool.
All right. Anyway, see you later, everybody. The end.
Bye.
Okay, now that John, the recording's definitely off. So, like, what are your most opinions about society?
What?
Just between us, fish. How do you feel about various groups of people?
What?
John's eating an apple in the most disgusting way possible, and I love it.
How else are you supposed to eat an apple?
John's like,
He's got
I'm leaving
all down his beard.
I'm leaving in the middle of
lovely.
the podcast to get the loudest fucking fruit.
Hold on, guys. I gotta get my bowl of macaroni and cheese.
I've got to get a pineapple. I'm going to cut it right here on the podcast.
Let me just get my nutcracker and some fresh walnuts.
Oh, you mean Hillary Clinton?
What?
Nutcracker? He's just making a nutcracker reference.
He's a real nutcracker.
Oh, snap.
I specifically picked this up on the way back as a joke.
But it looks very juicy, so it's probably good. Is that like a gala?
It's a Honey Crisp. And it's
Honey
Crisp are great.
Honey Crisp are the
second best, because Granny Smith are the best.
Oh, no.
What?
Thank you for repping the Granny Smith. Everyone's always like, oh, I like Fuji and I like Gala. It's like, no.
Who likes Gala?
Fuji's are fine.
Gala are the red delicious of the apples that look like they're going to be good. You know what I mean?
No, they're all like, the texture's all wrong. They're all mealy and shit.
That's what I mean. Like red
Gala
delicious
apple skins are the worst.
No. Not all apple skins, but like...
No, Gala apple skins are the worst.
Gala apples have a taste that's fine, but they're like weirdly not mushy and not crunchy. They're just unsatisfying to bite into.
Yep.
That's what I like about Honey Crisp.
They make
crunchy
apple
and
pies and applesauce and shit like that because the taste is good. The taste is fine, but they suck to eat. Honey Crisps are yummy because they're sweet, but the best apple is Granny Smith. Gotta get that sour.
I'm repping the Granny Smith with Spanky here.
I do like Granny Smiths a lot. But Honey Crisp.
Granny Smiths are also the best apples for making caramel apples.
Mm-hmm. Granny Smiths are the best for like dipping into caramel sauce. The best.
Yeah, because you add a shitload of sweetness, so you just need that sour to go with it.
Yep.
And it's healthy because I'm eating a fruit.
Do you guys, when you have candy apples, do you want nuts on them or just the apple and the
peanuts? So good.
Depends on how I feel. Sometimes I like sprinkles.
It depends on being a messy boy or not.
I've noticed that some people will do the peanuts, the unsalted, and some people do the salted peanuts. What I've noticed is that
salted peanuts are great.
The salted is better because it's salted caramel on the apple. Like and salted caramel is fucking delicious. But most people get like the pre-crushed peanuts.
You're Southern. Aren't you supposed to have peanuts that are like soaked in Coke?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, not cocaine.
That might just be like a Georgia thing.
You mean soda?
No, it's like it's like wet peanuts. That's like a thing.
Yeah, you're Southern. Don't you just have like poverty and opium?
We have. I don't know about soaked in Coke, but I know about boiled peanuts. Like you get cans of boiled peanuts. I eat those. I don't buy them, obviously. It's poor people food.
I'm googling Southern wet peanuts.
No, they do. They put peanuts in their. I can't remember. It might be Georgia. What some Southern state
boiled peanuts? Yeah,
yeah. I've had boiled peanuts, but I've never.
But then they put it in Coke, and then they drink the Coke peanuts afterward.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, so Cajun boiled peanuts. I've had those plenty of times. Mostly in
Coca-Cola and fucking salted peanuts. Yep.
No, I didn't mean pina colada. I meant peanut cola. Goddamn Google.
I'd never heard of it. No, so usually, like, I learned about this from my family in Florida. Cajun boiled peanuts, but like
you just like you find that on like the road as you're driving, right? It's like corn up here. You just find boiled peanuts.
Honestly, I've never seen nuts on the road. I've seen a lot of jerky. A lot of people will just like park a van on the side of the road and have like a shittily misspelled sign that says jerky.
I want to see.
When you go up there, do you have to be like, do you mean like the food or?
Do you think that there's a female peanut farmer named D?
So that she could have a thing called D's nuts. Honestly,
it's D from it.
D can be a guy's name.
Yeah, I used to know a guy named D in college.
Well, like D'Angelo.
I don't know what his full name was, but everybody.
Like every Derek I've ever met goes by D.
That's because Derek's a shitty name, and if your name's Derek, you should feel bad.
Especially when you're in the South.
It's like it's like Eric, but with a "der" in front of it.
Away?
What is the worst male name?
TJ. It's not even a name.
TJ's not a real name. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
So Kyle is bad. Kevin also bad.
Kyle's good because in She-Ra there's a character named Kyle who's a twink and he's really cute.
All right.
I did hate all Kyles even before internet happened.
But I have the answer.
I had a lot of bad experiences with Kyle.
Lance. Lance is the worst.
Lance is pretty bad.
It's Keith.
Oh.
I've never met a nice Keith.
Keith Moon.
Hey guys, I got a joke for you.
It's actually pretty cool.
Did you know that that name was popular in medieval times? There were a lot of people. I fucked up my joke. Did you know that name Lance was popular in medieval times?
Oh fuck!
There are people named Lance a lot. I fucked up the joke though, so I'm gonna cut that part out.
Yeah, okay.
Get right to Ha, ha, ha. Everyone do a laugh take. Everyone do a laugh take. Thank you. Laugh. Oh, see there. I'm going to use that one for the joke.
Keith a lot.
Right.
And then a different joke later, and just it'll be completely different
It'll
sound
be me
quality.
saying something really racist. Oh man, isn't Biden the worst?
It'll be like you talking into your
Reese
phone microphone. It'll sound completely different.
Yeah. But anyway,
Smithers,
Keith
you're really
is
good
the
at
worst
turning
name.
me on.
All right, boys. We got to talk about the corner.
Well,
We're finishing up season 4.
I love corn nuts.
Season 1.
Well, season 4 of the combined.
Yeah.
Corn nuts aren't
Legend.
actually nuts, right?
I don't
No,
actually
they're
like those.
They're
corn
like puffed
that has
corn.
been like hardened. Yeah, puffed
Yeah.
and hardened.
They don't taste good. I know that much.
Yeah, they're garbage.
I like corn nuts.
I love corn
No.
nuts, especially although they changed
Like,
the flavor of the barbecue corn nuts.
The
and
first
they
couple
suck.
are good, but then like
They like literally like teeth breakers.
they just
I love
add a film to the inside of your mouth. That's gross.
That is true. But like every road trip for me is I got to pick up a bag of corn nuts from the gas station. I don't know why.
I have to get a peace tea. I don't know why I get them, but like
Those are
it's
good.
I know, but they're also like all sugar, right? So like it's iced tea or like it's cold tea, I guess. It's not really got ice in it, but it's in a fuck ton of sugar, like they're supposed to be. And then my favorite is the snowberry.
Snowberry's good. I love the Arnold Palmer they do too.
The Arnold Palmer one's
Palmer's
really good, and the peach one, like the peach, Arnold Palmer, and snowberry are my favorites, but they are
Those
all
are
good.
all good. Yeah.
Like there's a raspberry one, which I don't get because it's got that like, I don't know if you guys ever get this, but there's like some sour flavoring that they add into foods will make your like tongue feel like scratchy and dry, and like if you eat too many like warheads, it'll make your mouth bleed because of it or whatever.
It's a yeah. Go ahead.
There's just enough of that in the can of the raspberry that, and the can is fucking huge because these things are giant. That it eventually makes my tongue feel like I don't like it, even though I love the flavor like of those peace teas.
Yep, it's exactly the coating that they put on. I guess what they now call Sweet Tarts Extreme Sour Chewy.
Oh, I thought
But
you were
they
gonna
usually
say. I thought you were gonna say Switch cartridge.
Oh man,
Yes.
new Nintendo 3DS Switch cartridges.
I haven't licked a Switch
Chewy.
cart in a while, but they used to call those Shock Tarts.
Oh yeah, I remember Shock Tart.
Yeah, they're the exact same thing. They're just now called Sweet Tarts Extreme Sour Chewy.
I love those things. Those were good.
Mm-hmm.
Cora, episode 9.
God, now I want a peach tea. They have a mango tea I've never had.
Peach is gross. It's the worst fruit.
No, it is not the worst fruit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst artificial flavor.
That may be
I
true.
really love peach rings, so I got to disagree. And I like apple rings more.
Peach.
What's it like to be
knee-high
70
is
years
so
old?
good.
Are you worried about COVID?
No, it's a fake. It's just the flu.
It's just
Anyway.
sniffles.
And obviously it's
More people
watermelon
die
rings.
from the flu.
Oh man.
It's fine. John's got the taste buds of a 70-year-old, and I've got the taste buds of a 5-year-old.
All right. I'm speaking of taste buds of old people. Are you guys redneck enough to have ever had whorehound candies?
Yeah,
The
I
fuck
fucking
is that
love
shit?
I love whorehound candies.
They are that's a hard candy that's made out of tea.
Yeah,
It's
That
like
sounds
sugar
delicious.
and tea. It's like sugar and tea,
That sounds terrible.
and it's a very old people candy. Like old
you
people
sound
will-
terrible. I'm sorry.
Old people will eat the shit out of whorehound candy.
That sounds like just like I used to have like the root beer candies.
Candy.
It sounds like that, but iced tea, right? It's like the root beer candies.
They actually kind of taste a little bit like root beer, yeah. Like because they
Yeah.
got spices and
Oh,
shit in them too.
I like the root beer.
Oh,
candy.
nice.
Those.
You probably like the whorehound ones if you like the
Yeah,
root beer one.
they taste similar to like root beer barrels, but like
Uh-huh.
not the same.
We've
They got that
stalled for
spicy-
so long that I
Like you can
Before
taste
we
the
talk
tea
about
in them.
Korra.
It's got that like kind of savoriness, like of the tea flavor. It's pretty good.
Nice.
All right, I'm just gonna go take a 15-minute bathroom break, and then we can talk about Korra.
Here is the thing I don't like about
Guys, I gotta refresh my drink, so I chugged it already. So
Motherfucking,
I don't even have a drink
Korra
for this
this week.
podcast.
you don't want to talk about Korra this week?
No, don't want to.
Why not?
Because I don't.
We
remember
can take a week off. I mean,
No. So the thing is, like, fucking. Oh my god, where is? I just had this shit open. Honestly, the reason I don't want to talk about Korra, no, never mind. I'll talk about Korra now. It's because I lost my tab where I had this shit open.
oh,
I didn't want to Google it again.
we should talk about koozie. I got my koozie.
I have a
Oh, yeah.
koozie. Did I tell you guys last week that I went to a super spreader event because I pissed off my mom?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You had to go to a thing.
Wait, super.
I got a koozie from that says best day ever.
Sorry,
Dude.
wrong kind of super spreader. For some reason, I was thinking like goatsy, that kind of spreader.
I went to a goatsy event with my mom. Fucking gosh.
Guys, I tanted this and we never did it because
Yeah.
I was talking about koozie because I was going to talk about. Remember, I went to Life Fest over the summer between high school and college.
That's right.
Is this your edgy diary shit?
Yeah,
It's not as edgy as he thought it was
it's
when he
not
wrote
edgy
it.
at all. I want to wait till Matt gets back though because
It's so straight laced.
he's into this. Well, I fucking went to a Christian rock concert.
Yeah, I know.
So how crazy! Although I do have some, I have a cool picture I drew. Stay out of this journal.
Is that a
Look at the
duck?
cover. Look at the cover. We got
Fat
fucking-
little neat.
It's got a yin yang. It says koozie.
Yeah, these are the
I was in
Koozie
middle
Chronicles.
school when I started writing in this.
I was in middle school.
Hey, Matt. Matt's a big old idiot. He's stupid and he's dumb. Hey, Matt, how's it going?
You finished talking about
Matt.
Korra yet?
No, look at what I got. I remember
For some reason,
tanting
when you
last week.
said
We were going to
that-
talk about koozie.
All
I
right.
remember.
It was actually 3 weeks ago.
Dude,
when you
what
said
even
that it
is
had a
time
yin
right now?
yang on it, I for some reason thought you said it had a Wu-Tang on it, and I was like, "That's not a fucking Wu-Tang symbol. What's this guy
I
talking
said
about?"
yin yang.
Yang
I know.
Yang
You
Clan.
didn't fuck up. I just
Clip.
can't pay attention.
Got a yin yang on
What does
there.
that say? Fat little.
Notebook.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, boys. Hey, it's been a while, but I have some sad news. I've never told Jessica anything. I had got many
Is
chances.
Jessica the one that we're not naming?
Yeah,
Oh,
We've
it's
named her like
Jessica-
7 different
Is
things.
Jessica a fake name?
yeah, that's the fake name,
Okay, what's her?
Jennifer.
Yennefer.
I have gotten many more chances to talk with her at Life Fest. Life Fest is the Christian music festival in Oshkosh. I heard many cool
Oshkosh.
bands there. They were great.
Grading cool on a very wide curve.
Audio Adrenaline, Reliant K, and Toby Mac were my favorites.
I've heard
Toby Mac
Reliant
actually
K.
had some good songs.
Well, he's like, yeah, he's not super. So the thing is that the 3 that I just mentioned are not like Jesus-y. They're just like, we do like kind of Foo Fighters type rock. Oh, the Toby Mac does rapping.
Dear
But, like-
Koozie, great band Nickelback.
There were many people on the trip. Here is a list. Aaron, Katie, Amanda, the Jessica that I mentioned, Janelle, Matt, my realtor. Aaron is his wife, so they were together on this trip. John Peterson, who you may remember from my Bachelor podcast.
I thought that was your confirmation name.
No. Jeff, Ethan, Nathan, Andrew. I got to know her a lot better over the summer. She is still as beautiful and funny as ever. but she is just so darn conservative. This is when I started to learn more about how religious she was. And I was like, oh, okay.
And
This is actually stupid.
language is getting real spicy too.
Just like all the Baptists.
Darns.
Just like all of the Baptists. Sheesh, we should learn to live together peacefully.
Okay.
Oh my god, I love it. I just love this. I'm gonna blur out her name. I have a scale here from John Lennon to Nazi. And I put her very close to Nazi.
Fucking liberals call everyone a Nazi. It doesn't mean anything.
There's only one Nazi, and his name was Hitler.
Yeah.
At real_Lance_man, everybody.
All right. I can't believe I live in a country that still doesn't accept all people as equals.
You guys think John Cena's secretly a Nazi because you can't see him?
Oh no.
No.
I did not see that coming.
We came to America to be free, not prejudiced. Prejudice is why we left England and the other countries, except for the African Americans who were brought here against their will.
So this is
That's
woke
true.
John starting to emerge.
The woke John origins. How can someone such as Jessica be so narrow-minded? I still have feelings for her, but not as much. I recently talked to her on the golf course. We used to golf together.
It makes it
sometimes, too.
sound like she dropped some mad racist shit at Life Fest.
So no, actually what happened was we went to like a Walmart and then there was like Hillary Clinton's biography and she was like doing the thing where you turn all the books around and I was like, oh, why don't you like Hillary Clinton? She's like a strong, smart woman who like was like secretary of, or was like, I don't know if at this point it wasn't because it was 2005, but she was like governor at that point. She had written like a memoir. Or
She
whatever
was a
she
senator
was.
from New York.
Senator for New York, whatever. It was, she was like doing her own political career.
Bill was a governor in Arkansas.
Thank you. And she was just like, oh, I don't like her because, she's like liberal. And it was just all the bullshit that like started brewing with all the fucking like right-wing bullshit. And then she was like, but she talked about how like the woman should never be president because like a woman's place is in the home and stuff. And I was like,
Baptist.
like
She's a Baptist.
It was just insane because it's like this girl I liked a lot because she was really smart and really funny, and we had like this, she was pretty, it was like all this stuff, and then just like saying shit like that, it was like trip. I was just like, oh, you like kind of suck as a person, like outside of like the stuff that we had in common, like you just anyway.
Baptists suck. I'm gonna go ahead and just make that generalization.
So I recently talked to her on the golf. There was still an uneasy air in our talks because I think I was like talking like how I didn't think that was right and stuff. This Janelle, I became interested in her because she talked about how she was interested in fantasy books. She seems like a really cool person. I always thought she was cute. But I never really talked to her. During Life Fest, whenever I sat next to her or was near her, she moved away. That was weird. That's something I did. Whatever. Though this summer I got a chance to talk to someone very interesting. Erin. She shares the same liberal views as I. I talked to her and developed a light crush. I'm torn between the two because she is in need of being converted. I like how I'm going to change her to not be so religious and terrible.
Okay,
I can't really
so like
why
she's a little bit more towards the John Lennon side of things, but
no,
not far enough.
No. This is the same Jessica. I was calling her.
The cats have started screaming.
Jessica Kennifer.
So Jessica Kennifer, I was like, I can convert her to being liberal like me, basically.
Oh no!
That's what they say about relationships. It's super easy to change people.
I really can't explain why she does it for me. I really want to make her change her mind about like everything. She said that she never wants to get married and have kids. She wants to be a Baptist nun. I just want to show
the
her
fuck is that?
It's not the world of conservative.
I feel like you might be applying Catholic terms to Baptist things there.
No, that's what she said.
They're nuns.
I don't know. She want to be something like a nun. I don't know.
Baptist
WWJD. What would Jesus do? This is also, I go on a rant here about this because that was all over fucking Life Fest. I hate how people use that. Jesus accepted everyone as equal and loved them as all of God's children. Not like the Baptists who shun some for their beliefs. God is testing us humans. How do we react to others? Jesus was killed for his belief. Gandhi was killed for his beliefs. Oh, this is a good one. John Lennon was killed for his beliefs. I don't think he was killed for his beliefs.
No, he was
just
believed
shot by
because
a
Mark
crazy
David
person.
Chapman was a fucking asshole.
I was way into the Beatles, so what can I say? Anyway, today I am going to Madison to college. I can't wait
To that liberal
sleep.
hellhole.
I can't wait to get to sleep. I'm so excited. I have 2 roommates, Jesse and Mike. This is a guess of what they will look like. I will find out tomorrow. I drew pictures of them.
I gotta see this. Yep, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what they look like.
That's actually kind of right, because Mike did kind of have
Now,
kind of curly
what
hair.
year was this?
2004.
4?
Yeah, I started college.
Was this Facebook was a thing already, right?
No. We got Facebook in
Was that
the
2005?
spring of 2004.
Okay, so this was
2005.
a
2005, yes, spring.
era
spring
where you had
semester.
to imagine what your new freshman roommates are going to look like. You couldn't just stalk through their whole history. Now I guess people probably just find their TikTok.
I thought John was only a year behind me in school. 2? I started college in 04. Okay.
All I do in this book is talk about girls.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not
like a
easy for me
reverse
to relate
Bechdel
to your
thing.
writings as a teen, because I was neither religious nor horny. So like this book has nothing I can relate to in it.
So the next entry is the last one I have, or I have 2 entries, but I'll just put them at the end because there's like 2 within 3 days of each other.
Diary.
And it's the college. It's the summer after my first year of college. I
Spanky's
don't think I
Diary is
took Koozie
just
with me.
so I did a tier ranking of Kingdom Hearts characters again. Here they are.
And then
Are you telling me this?
no, and then he's making a bad joke.
No, it's a good joke. It's a funny joke. Everybody laughed.
Play that laugh track that I
And so then this journal I have here is a journal I wrote in 2008.
This is
my
kind of
last
like
year of
laughing.
college. So I have that here. So I got a bunch of journal left. But the last one's good because I talk about all the girls I met in college and which ones I wanted to bang. Well, none of which I did.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Me?
Oh,
I didn't bang.
wait. Hold on. Spanky's journal is just tier rankings of Kingdom Hearts characters.
That's
It's
a really
not
good
making
joke.
noise. Oh fuck! I ruined it. I ruined everything.
Good job,
I'm gonna
man.
go. I'm gonna go kill myself.
So that Legend of Korra, huh?
They laughed for you.
Boy.
God damn it!
Oh my god. That was
Hey, everybody!
All right. So the first episode of do the da-da-da. So the first episode. The first episode runs out of the past. Korra tries to meditate on the visions of Aang's life that have been plaguing her. So basically, Korra has been seeing some shit and like it's just flashbacks, and we haven't really had them explained to us, but it's like every time she gets hit in the head, she has flashbacks.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was.
Not me. I want it to be known that that's not me. That's John or TJ. I don't know which. They're both looking down at stuff.
It's definitely John.
This is our 15-minute intermission before.
So Korra is seeing. Okay, right. So Korra. Meanwhile, after hearing from Tarlok,
I heard
that
Trump
Korra
was
has been
hospitalized with
captured by
Korra.
Equalist, Tenzin, Lin Beifong, and
Do you even
Tina
know what episode
Amar
we're on?
set out to find her, leading to the discovery of an underground Equalist base where several police officers were held captive. At Tarlok's hideout, Amon and his Equalists arrive. After Tarlok's bending is stripped by Amon, Korra sees the opportunity to escape and finds her way to Republic City. I remember this episode being a lot of like we gotta figure out where Cora is. And then Amon's like, go in there and shock the box because she's gonna try and fucking jump out and get
Give
you.
her the old shock box.
She'll get you.
Realized that like her armband or whatever wasn't electrical conductive.
Which isn't true, because if it was leather, I think that does conduct electricity.
No.
But I think it's probably cloth.
Leather, if it's dry, won't. Wet leather will, but it's really the water.
Okay.
That's what
So
your skin, if it was completely dry, would not conduct electricity. Also, I thought
it's only the moisture in our skin.
my prediction for this scene was like some cool air bending and like
That's
hover.
what I thought too. She was going to airbend, but we won't get to that till the finale.
Mhm.
But go ahead.
She like jumped out and got him, like punch him, and then she's like, "Hey, man, we're gonna," but it didn't happen. They didn't.
Yeah. Well, before she did that, she had a bunch of flashbacks about fucking Aang in a courtroom drama with Toph, and they're like, Yone is a fucking bloodbender who can bloodbend without the power of the full moon, and then Sokka was there, and he was like the fucking. I seen a bunch of benders.
Oh yeah, Sokka was one of the councilmen.
Chris Hardwick. Fuck that. That's all I have to say.
Oh, he was voiced by
Chris
Who's
Hardwick.
Chris Hardwick?
He's the guy that blacklisted his girlfriend a bunch. And,
he was like
is a real piece of shit.
In the early days where there were like 3 professional entertainment, there was like Felicia Day and Will, whatever his name is, and Chris Hardwick.
Go to Chris Hardwick's Wikipedia and you'll find the allegations.
Oh, this fucking guy. Yeah.
He's a Talking Dead guy.
Let's just find I
bet he's a proud boy
abuse
now.
allegations. You just gotta control F allegations. You'll find that.
Yep. Just control F allegations.
His ex basically said that he blacklisted her after they like broke up or something, and like he was like very emotionally and sexually abusive to her when they were together. And then he was kicked off of that like fucking Talking Dead show and like all this stuff, and then like AMC announced that a comprehensive investigation conducted by the law firm Loeb and Loeb failed to confirm her allegations, and he would return as the host because they're like, yeah, we'll get our law firm to look into this. Okay, yeah, he's good. All right.
To be fair, I don't think anyone actually listens to the Talking Dead.
No, he's just a piece of shit. I don't really care, like whatever. I just assume he's a piece of shit because I've heard a lot of stories about him being a piece of shit.
Yeah. So confirmed, Sokka, piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. So he's like a stand-up who's like into nerdy shit, but he sucks. He's like not like a Patton Oswalt who's like really cool.
God, I fucking love Patton
Oswalt's
Oswalt.
wife was really cool. Yeah. And the documentary about how she caught the Golden State Killer just came out recently, and it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, shit! I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
God, I love Patton Oswalt. I want him to be my dad.
Yeah.
I want my dad to be Donald Glover. No, Donald. No, hold on. The other guy.
Danny Glover.
No.
Donald Duck.
No, he's too old.
Chris
for that
Hardwick.
Shit. No, definitely not. No. I always forget his name. God damn it!
The guy that's
Iron
gonna
Man,
defeat
War Machine.
Wait,
Charles Gambino.
Because War Machine's Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. That's I knew it was Don, but we were talking about fucking Childish Gambino. So
I want him to be. Also, you're super racist. I want him dad, but only in character as Badger from the George Clooney thing.
I do want to mention that at the very least, Chris Hardwick, after the abuse allegations, he has not done a lot in the last 2 years. So
yeah,
it's because he's canceled.
Well, you
can't do a lot when you're canceled.
And he's one of those people that's just like, my talent is I'm a presenter, and that's a skill that
guy
has.
Who was in Community. Who was it? What was his name? The guy. He was the main character in Community.
Joel McHale.
Joel McHale.
Yeah, Joel McHale is that guy.
Yeah,
but he's like a worse Joel McHale. Like he's not as handsome or as funny.
He had a very replaceable career.
Yeah, like you could kind of like that guy that they replaced in that movie,
Lance.
Kevin Spacey. I forget. It was like right when Kevin Spacey got outed as a rapist. They refilmed his scenes with some other guy.
Christopher Plummer.
No, he just came out as gay.
Oh right.
They replaced
Remember
Kevin
when
Spacey with
he was
Christopher
like-
Plummer in that movie.
I'm going to take this opportunity to
Plummer?
just come out as gay.
They were like, instead
I
of
feel
having
like you
Kevin
could-
Spacey, instead of having a rapist in old man makeup, let's just get an old man.
Yeah. So like, I think you can Christopher Plummer and just Joel McHale replace all of Chris Hardwick's work he's ever done, and it's fine.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, let's just replace everybody that's canceled with Christopher Plummer. Until inevitably
Is Christopher Plummer like uncancelable?
Dude, he was a Hollywood star for like decades. There's got to be some skeletons there.
I'm looking at
Maybe we can just let's do a deep fake version of Christopher Lee.
Was it what movie was it that he got Christopher Plummer in? I guess I should search Christopher Plummer.
I don't know. It wasn't Knives Out, I'll tell you that much, because Christopher Plummer was in that, and it wasn't that one. Anyway, this is our.
Nice.
Yeah, we've already fucked this all up, haven't we?
Yeah. That's okay. The Nerdist podcast changed its name to Idiot with Chris Hardwick, like ID10T. You know,
Yeah.
Identity.
they have not had a podcast since February 13th, 2019. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened there.
So the next episode of Korra is called Turning the Tides. Mako is doting over recovering. So basically, Mako is like,
Stop cutting it off. Yeah, say what happens. She escapes. Oh wait, that's not what happened. No, you learn about fucking Tarlok and
oh
and
yeah, we were talking about Sokka. I forgot when we started this.
Yeah.
I said Sokka does not show up in the series. I forgot that he shows up in this flashback.
Yeah.
But I do not believe he ever shows up
You
again.
just deleted him in your head.
But we learned about this dick guy, Yakone.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Yakone is like Tarlok is his dad. Is this a point where they learn that fucking what's his name Amon is Tarlok's brother? Or is
Not
that the
yet.
next episode?
no,
Also,
that's the next.
I want a
episode.
half point on that because I was pretty sure Tarlok was palpitating
No, it's
and
the-
was
it's
both
the-
Imon. I feel like them being
I don't
brothers is worth half a point for predicting that the same.
So anyway,
person.
they rescue her and fucking ride back to the city. Yeah, that's it, really. She just gets escaped, and she learns the past about how Yakone was a guy who was like a super crazy bloodbender back in the past.
You didn't mention my favorite part of this episode. She leaves. Or she goes and gets trapped, and then when they're investigating her disappearance, Naga's gone. So like they must have taken Naga too, but nope. Naga's just been fucking tracking her the whole time.
the whole time. Yeah, Naga kicks ass.
Mm.
The next episode starts off like Korra is on Naga, and Naga's just like going through the streets. She's fucking like falls off.
Yeah.
And they get found because someone's like, that sounds like Naga. And so they go and they find Korra. And then Mako's like, oh, wounded Korra is super fucking hot.
Yeah, he gets fucking horny for Korra. I don't understand. Like, Korra's, she's a real catch, but fucking Asami.
Asami.
The thing is, like, up until this point, Asami has been insecure because of Ichi telling Asami that Korra likes Mako, but Mako has not at all been like, maybe like he after the kiss, he's been full on Asami mode.
Well, it's
like,
you don't know what you got.
Korra, and he's like, whoa.
It's not wounded Korra. It's the fact that he's been forced to. She might be dead for so long, and it's one of those you don't know what you got till it's gone things.
Yeah, that's true. You don't know.
They
what
should
you
make
got.
a rock song about that.
Yeah,
I love ballad.
I don't think it'll do well.
Nah.
So,
so that makes Asami kind of pissed off.
Yeah.
Also, maybe he's just
and
like
then-
sexually
and then
turned on by blood.
The whatchamacallem, the equalists are like, let's fucking kidnap all these people.
Well, yeah.
And-
Well, Korra's like, hey, guess what? Fucking Tarlok is Yakone's son, so that's how he can bloodbend, basically. And then he's like, must be helping out Amon or something like that, basically. I don't know. Oh, no. Amon steals his bending, right? They see that. Yeah, she and Tenzin express shock at Amon's audacious decision to capture
right before they put her in that cage.
Yeah.
Amon's like, I'm taking your bending.
Yeah,
Tarlac."
because he busts in on Tarlok and her, yeah. All right. Anyway,
Got mustard for my biscuits.
Mako's like, I want to make some tea for Korra. And Asami's like, boil the water yourself, firebender. Which is a little racist, but you know.
Oh man, he's probably gonna nut in that tea.
I don't think you know how sexual
Dude.
relationships work.
I saw Midsummer.
Can you tell?
Saw Midsummer the other night. If they're gonna do love potions, there's gonna be all kinds of weird shit in that tea.
He's gonna put like his hair in her.
Midsummer is a weird shit movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's got a lot of weird shit in it.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then Tenzin's like, "Hey, Lin, fucking be babysitter." And Oogie talks about how he has to take a shit. Continues to be like the gross Nickelodeon character that they put in the show.
Who?
Oogie.
Oogie, the youngest.
Oogie.
He's the fucking Oliver
Tenzin's
meets
son.
He's Oliver meets Poochie. He's the worst character, and I hate him,
Like,
and I want him to
farts all
die.
the time too.
Milo, right?
You're right.
No.
It's Milo. Oogie is the name of his whatchamacallit.
Oh,
All right, so
his
Sky Bison.
Milo kind of sucks in the first like season, but like when they do the time skip that we've talked about
Yeah.
in like season 3, he gets actually kind of cool. Like he becomes like an Aang type of character. But
Yeah. He's
violent.
like proto Aang right now. He just
okay.
likes to fart a lot. So I mean, all children fart a lot.
Oogie is
Yeah,
the
but you
name
don't have to
of
include it in the
Sky
fucking
Bison.
show.
Sky,
Correct.
the flappy bear.
Yeah.
Fluffy boar.
So basically, the Equalists are basically like, all right, we're gonna start attacking the city, and they capture all the fucking council members except for Tenzin, who's a fucking bamf. And then the fucking Equalists have basically it's like a full scale military invasion with like airships, basically, because they've had the Sato guy like building shit for them.
Mm.
And it,
Hiroshi
it's kinda like
Sato, yeah.
it's kind of weird though, because it's like, how could this private? I guess it would be like Jeff Bezos could probably just have a bunch of airships and take over stuff. He's got enough money. So I guess what am I talking about? I guess it's not that weird. So Tenzin's like, send a wire to the United Forces, and then their fucking telephone lines are cut off. But he's like, the message got through. And there's fucking tanks, mecha tanks everywhere. The fucking
This
metal
is whenever
vendor
I started really loving this show.
I was about to say, I was like, when I was watching this episode, I was like, oh yes, I know Megan likes this because it's fucking mechs.
I
And,
love
like,
all the robots and mechs and shit. It makes me so happy.
so the Air Temple Island is like attacked, and fucking Milo farts on a bunch of guys, and they like hold
Actually,
them off,
all
basically.
three of the Air kids kind of hold their own, which is awesome.
It was like a mini episode of the Three Ninjas movie.
Now, I will say that I do love Milo when he's not being the farting kid. Like, whenever he's, like, got a crush on Asami, and he's like, can I have a lock of your hair, beautiful lady? Like, that's pretty cool, like, as a character. I like that.
I mean, he's right. Asami is who you got to ship. Asami or Lin Beifong, man.
Lin has got that, like that silver cougar thing going on.
She's got the scary energy that I like, and I understand what Tenzin liked about her. I feel like she could like beat you up, but in like a hot way.
I had a friend, not a friend. There's someone.
Go ahead.
Someone on social media who was saying like, "Oh man, I hate how everyone is just the kid of someone from Avatar."
Yeah.
And
That's true.
and on one hand, I get it, but on the other hand, like, not really. Like,
I mean,
it
that's
makes
kind
it.
of the way all politics works.
I know, no, I get that, but what I'm saying is like the Tenzin and the Aang's kids are in it because they are the only airbenders that exist.
Yeah, that's
I
very
think they
true.
get a pass for the show,
Yeah.
and then the only other person is Lin Beifong, and Toph's not even around. Like,
Yeah.
I feel
Well,
like it's not
Nora
that bad.
It really isn't, honestly.
Well, we get Zuzu's grandkid coming up.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like these are all cameos or like couple episode things. It's not like they're like, and then Toph.
Oh,
and
is
Sokka
it his
had a
grandkid
kid.
or I thought it was his son.
No, it's he mentions my grandpa used to trust the Avatar, so I should as well.
I couldn't tell how old he was because he's just generic, and the voice actor is like 40. So
Sounds like he's
And
17.
the voice actor was like 30 whenever he did Zuko.
yeah, but it doesn't matter. So anyway, Pema finally pops out her kid after doing that thing that every woman does in a show that's pregnant, where she's like, ugh. But it's like, I'm
The
fine.
worst possible
It's
moment.
like, of course you're not fine. Because anytime a woman who's pregnant goes like, I'm fine, that means they're having the baby. Except for in the show ER, which the character that, what's her name? Juliana Margulies plays is pregnant. She has multiple episodes where she's like, oh, I got contractions. And then she doesn't have the kid. They're just like, lie down. Because that's kind of how it actually is. Because you do have like contractions as well before you.
I've only seen one episode of ER. My mom was super into it, and
I am super into it.
And I was like, "All right, mom, I'll watch one episode with you." And there was this new episode, and then there was this helicopter that fell down and fucking sliced a dude up and killed him, and he was like a main character, and it devastated my mom. And I'm like, "Well, I'm not gonna get into this show."
I know exactly what you're talking about. So, yeah. There's some pretty cool shit that happens in that. But anyway, that's the end of the episode. Like, they're like, all right, let's go into the city and help out now, basically. And then you see a young United Forces general named Iroh get the message and like, all right, let's go to the city. We got to go save them. So,
no, that's not it. Because right at the very end of the episode, Aemon takes Lin Beifong's bending.
Really?
Yeah.
That happens before the ships show up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because she's destroying all the airships.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, the two that are following the air kids.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, she gets her bending taken away. Bending taken away, and then we got skeletons in the closet where we learn everything about the
This is actually called Infinity War.
Avatar Infinity War?
Yeah.
I do love that they brought back the hobo character.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yes.
He's very cool.
The finest hobo gruel, or what was it, street gruel, or whatever he called it?
Yeah, and the thing is, I didn't realize, at first I thought they were going to do the whole typical thing where Bolin tries a thing and is going to spit it out. And I forgot, wait, him and Mako were raised on the streets. Of course he ate street gruel or something like
street gruel.
Hell yeah, dude. That's like what that hobo chili, or whatever it's called. Where they like
where you make chili out of hobos that you invited in to stay the night, but then you murder them over.
Yeah, definitely. No, what's it called? Hobo chili.
It's called hobo stew.
Is it hobo stew?
There's
That's just where like all the hobos bring shit that they found, and they throw it in a big old pot. Mulligan stew.
Mulligan stew. Yeah.
That's
there's this cartoon called Star versus the Forces of Evil. And it has this character who's like this little like floating wizard guy who's like the main character's like magic instructor, voiced by
Chris Hardwick.
Jeffrey
No, it was the guy. No, you're very close.
And somebody who else canceled.
He played the transgender character in Transparent.
Jeffrey Tambor.
Jeffrey Tambor.
Voiced by Jeffrey Tambor. And when he got canceled, they had the entire season that character be mute. But
that Jeffrey Tambor thing really hurts me because I really liked him as a comedian.
I honestly don't know what happened with that, but
so
sexual harassment allegations by many of his former assistants.
Yeah, and also he was like apparently I can't.
Apparently he's a dick too because he like yells at people and shit on set.
Oh god, what's her name? I love her, Jessica Walter. He like yelled at her so bad she cried. Anyway,
what a dick.
in that show, there's this metaphor that like in order to do this magic, you have to dig deep down into the hobo stew and pull out the possum of the magic. Like, so that's what I think of when I think of hobo stew. I know that was.
You think
Not
That's a
very
really
tangent.
long thing about Mulligan stew, but
Abusing.
Mulligan stew. I want to make Mulligan stew now. I'm looking at this and it sounds real good.
Are you looking at a recipe? Doesn't that defeat the point?
Yeah, Mulligan stew implies that it's food that was once a different thing that you.
I just love the idea of like there's this like hobo recipe of like people barely scraping like together to survive, and then this fucking like Taste of Home magazine's like, try our Mulligan stew recipe.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, you can be like nice enough to make it for real instead of like fucking scrabbling together.
It's kind of like poverty porn.
You start
it is.
by going to the Whole Foods dumpsters.
Yeah.
Just right after they close, right? Because it's still fresh then.
Yeah, it doesn't count as garbage if it's not been in the can for more than 5 minutes.
You wait too long, you're gonna have to fight some raccoons.
Yeah. So, what else is going on? Okay, so they go to they go to what's that? Oh, yeah.
They ate some Mulligan stew.
They ate some Mulligan stew, and then at Air Temple Island, Amon is like fucking removing the bending of all the like White Lotus sentries and all like the people, and they're like searching around the fucking underground layers.
They accidentally find Tarlock, and he's like, are you here to kill me or rescue me or whatever? And they're like, no, you were
oh
here.
Yeah, and then
you're completely irrelevant.
You were here.
You're completely irrelevant to our whole thing that's going on right now.
Yeah,
so like Amon is my brother and his name is actually Noatok. And it's like, that's not a very easy to say name. We're gonna call him Amon for the rest of the episode, if you don't mind.
So the like fucking equalists have like set up a bunch of mines and shit, and like the United Forces vessels like are getting attacked, and there's like fucking air. It's like a fucking Midway, or like a Pearl Harbor. Like all these fucking planes are dropping bombs on all the ships, and you actually see like the cool like earthbender stations they have where they're whipping like big pieces of earth at the ships, or the firebenders are like using like these cannon things to concentrate their like firebending into like shots. It's actually pretty cool. And Korra is like trying to help out in the water while this is going on. It's just very cool action, which is what this show is.
The
anyway, they go back underground.
So good.
Yeah, and so then like he rescues Iroh, who like flies off a ship, and they go into the underground again, and they talk to Gomu again, and they send a wire to Commander Boomy to come like as backup, basically, because it's like things are out of hand. And then they like are like, all right, now that we know all this shit about fucking Noatok and all this shit, they learn that yet? Yeah,
they learned that when he's in the cage, and there's a whole backstory thing, and he's like, I have daddy issues. And
so I wanted to mention that this season of Korra is just the bad dads season, because fucking Asami's dad is bad, and Tarlok and Noatok's dad was bad. So don't be a bad dad.
Bad dads actually make a recurring thread in this.
I thought you were going to say like in reality. Also, I saw a different video called Bad Daddies, but that was on Pornhub. So
yeah. So like Tarlok was like, Yokone was like, all right, my two sons have taught how to bloodbend. Fucking bloodbend each other in this like fucking brutal, basically. And then like Tarlok's like, maybe we shouldn't do this. And then Noatok's like, you're the weak one, Dad, because you can't even bend, and he fucking like bends him. It's like
he does.
You can tell he's kind of like fucked up. It's like the good child, the good son.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, with Frodo and Kevin McAllister.
Yeah. So Noatok runs off, and Yukone and Tarlok are like, we couldn't find him, he left. And Korra's like, this is one of the saddest stories I've ever heard.
Did you really call him Kevin McAllister when I've literally said Macaulay Culkin in this episode?
Wait, no. Sorry, you're talking about Macaulay Culkin.
I think you're talking about Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay, yes. That's right.
So they're
it's just I couldn't remember Frodo's name, so I figured I had to pick another character.
So they're like, basically, we can't fight Amon, because he's a fucking super bloodbender, and this is why he can beat up all these benders, is because he can like see how their bending like is working before it happened.
Well,
Because
it's like he's subtly influencing their motion.
yes, with like blood bending,
Yeah.
basically.
So then
And
he's
so
able
it's
to
like-
dodge it.
Exactly. And so they're like, you know what else? You know what though? We know he's a fucking waterbender, so we're just gonna make him waterbend in front of people, and that will like he'll lose all of his power basically.
We're just going to tell them that he's a bender, so he's going to lose all his like
Cred.
his political cred. Yeah.
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 Just
So,
like a British politician in the 80s. You just tell them
exactly.
they're a bender. Because bender also is like... I learned...
It took a while to get there, but the joke worked, I suppose. All right. We're in the final episode of the season, Avengers Endgame, The Legend of Korra. So, yeah.
Turns out they just fucking kill Thanos in like the first 10 minutes. And
Yep.
The team splits up, and Bolin, Asami, and Iroh go to the Equalist airbase with Naga to try and stop the fucking planes. And Mako and Korra go to the rally, which is like, I don't know what's Asami thinking about that. It's like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna not be with my boyfriend, and you can go off with Korra. Like, why can't Bolin go with Korra? But anyway, they like show up at the rally disguised as chi blockers,
Or equalists of some sort. Yeah,
Kai
but yeah,
blockers.
it is chi blockers in this.
I say Kai. Cobra Kai. At this moment, Korra unmasks herself and denounces them.
Key blasts.
Key blast. Yeah. He pauses to let Korra speak freely to the crowd. So there's nothing to fear. And it's like, they're kind of losing this because you're really just saying he's a bender. And there's no like way to prove that. And then he's also saying, and this is where we get explained what he's doing, is he's removing people's bending through the use of blood bending. It's not a like crazy thing that Aang was doing, even though he's using like the same hand motion that Aang did.
Yeah. So what Aang did was, I think it's called energy bending technically.
Yeah.
And it's the lion turtle gave it to him.
Yeah. So
whatever fucking,
they don't get into good detail about what Amon is doing, but the way I see it is that like your chi in your body is tied to that spirit that allows you to bend.
Yeah,
so
I assume it's some sort of like chakra thing.
It like
it's
cuts
just the
you
forehead
off.
one.
It's
like
kind of
internally.
like when Aang got lightning bolted and then like couldn't get it up anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's
it's
doing
like
that
when
the
the child couldn't get an erection anymore.
And then that's also when he can't heal erect recess. That's a quote from a previous episode that Spanky said. Yeah, so that's why like also like fucking was it Katara can't heal it either.
Yeah,
like, go all the way up there because it's like it's severed. Like it's not like.
But the thing is like it's done with blood bending.
Mm-hmm.
So
but it can't be undone
physically
with the water. It's weird that you can't.
But the thing is the best bloodbender that exists that isn't a fucking criminal is Katara.
Yeah, so I know. It's like it's weird.
I really think that Katara should be able to unbloodbend whatever he did. But anyway.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, my thought is the way that the blood bending blocks whatever chi, whatever in the people, it's based off of pathways that they already know because of something we're going to see shortly.
Oh, that's true. But anyway, I really like this episode a lot because there's some really cool like revelations. So they like basically dismiss their claims, and then they're like, all right, let's just fucking attack him because he's captured my family. He's captured all the airbenders basically as prisoners, and he was going to remove their bending, and they're of course the only airbenders that exist until like
the last
3.
airbenders.
We got some crazy shit that does happen after season 2, but so I'm starting to remember this show now that I've been watching it again and like what happens. So yeah, they fight, and a bunch of shit happens.
They rescue the family.
Asami and fucking Iroh and Bolin were captured as well when they like showed up because they walked into a fucking zap wall. They're like, why are there fucking fence posts but no fence? And it's just like an electric force field. They just get zapped. And they wake up in a prison cell. And Asami's like, you suck, Dad. Like, just because our mom died doesn't mean all benders are bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's like, hashtag not all benders. Anyway, the airplanes are about to take off. And he's like, we're just going to blow up the fleet. Haha. And I forget what else happens. I forget how they escape. Oh, he's like, yeah, if you can metal bend, you can escape, but of course he can't. And you know who comes to save the day?
Naga, the best character.
Yeah,
best character in the entire
show.
show.
Naga just like busts through the fucking bars. Like, you are strong.
Yeah,
and like he just annihilate. And then they get out, and then they have a cool fight where they escape and chase down their dad, and they blow up a bunch of mecha tanks and. Fucking Naga also like grabs a bunch and whips them around.
Yeah, Naga grabs 3 of the hooks and knocks 3 of the robots down, protecting Bolin, which is a callback to Korra being like, "Now, Naga, you got to take care of Bolin for me."
So yeah, and then Iroh uses firebending to fucking jet because firebending's fucking badass like that.
Yeah,
and he starts just like there's like a cool like sequence where he's just like jumping from plane to plane and like. All like they're blowing up the plane, he just jets to the other one, and yeah, he's basically going through all the planes. And then Amon and Korra fight begins. Then they like cut between these two. Mako fires lightning at Amon, and then they both go down there and fight. And that's it, really. They like release him. I forget exactly what.
Amon
and then
steals
they run
Korra's
away.
bending.
Yeah, that's what happens. So they run away, basically, off stage and escape. But then, like, Korra confronts Amon finally, basically.
Yep.
And then he bloodbends both of them because he's not in the public eye anymore, basically, and beats the shit out of him. Korra is like hiding, basically, like fucking like slasher movie style. And he catches her and fucking steals her bending.
Yeah. Because I assume if you can bloodbend, you can also sense if blood is nearby.
Yes, exactly. And so then, Mako like tries to save her, and he bloodbends Mako, and he's like, "All right, well, I'm going to get Mako now." Basically, I'm cutting back here.
No, that's whenever Korra's like, "No, you can't. He's my boyfriend now."
Yeah,
and then she punches a big old air wave at him.
Yeah.
She can air
She
bend
air
now.
farts at him.
And then he's like, oh, fuck, I don't know what to do. And he's like, maybe I could bloodbend. But before he could bloodbend both of them and whatever, Korra's like, nope, not while you're distracted and off your balance or whatever. So she like fights back against the bloodbending, blasts his dumb ass out of the window.
Yeah. But
and
I
then
really like
falls into the water.
I like the consistency of this too, because like he sealed all of her bending, but she hadn't made the connection yet.
She hadn't
and
unlocked
she was
the area.
Able to unlock that now, at the moment when she needs to, basically instinctively, and saves him, which is pretty badass, actually. A great way to handle that.
Although her airbending style is not the same traditional style, she punches air.
She's like just punching air bullets at people.
It's bending style airbending.
Yeah. It's Korra style. So anyway, he flies off into the water. His like makeup comes off, and then it's the dumbass because
I forgot that the whole his whole scar thing is just makeup.
But there's like the dumbass like this is on Nickelodeon, so we have to like make sure kids understand this. Where the crowd's like, "Oh, that was just makeup, and he's water bending." It's like, okay, we understand that the crowd figured that out. You don't need to have like a bunch of ADR lines of people like saying what's happening on screen. But whatever, and then what else happens?
He pretty much talk. We should call you Noah Talk because you're Yakon's son. Then he's like, fuck, I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna get my brother and we're gonna go and live a happy life.
Oh my god, yes.
This ending though.
His brother Korra's like, all right, puts on the fucking glove, opens up the.
Stop. So he goes to Air Temple Island and escapes, and he gets Tarlock. We didn't mention that or whatever. And he's like, all right, let's speedboat away and start over. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember what happens here. And yeah, Smeggy, go ahead.
Tarlock.
Yeah, he's got
like,
this like
it's like sitting in the
speedboat.
back of the boat because it's kind of like a speedboat, and he's like, "Man, we had a rough life. It's gonna be nice to get away and have another chance at this, right?" Noah Talk, and Noah Talk's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be nice to have a good life." And then like you see Tarlock looking at like a glove.
Yeah, one of those electrocution gloves. Yeah,
and like you think, okay, he's gonna put it on and like take him out, and then go back and you take him to prison or something like that.
And
then he opens up the gas tank of the fucking boat and fucking kills both of them.
And then he says it'll be just like the good old days, and then he cuts back and you see Noah Talk like crying.
Yeah, because he knows what's happening. Because like he's a bloodbender, he knows.
Yeah.
And he's just like, all right.
And then it blows them both up.
Batcon.
So we already have a higher body count than the original Avatar series. I also like, because it's Nickelodeon, every time one of those airmen gets shot out of a plane, they have a fucking parachute.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, parachute.
But at the same time, like, people the boats burned. Like, people could not swim
Clearly,
to anything
people are
because
dying.
the boats were on fire. So if you tried to swim to debris, it would have been debris that would be on fire.
Or like those bombs or torpedoes that hit those boats. Their soldiers were dying. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So anyway, then they kind of do a time jump cut to everybody's up at the northern
down at the
southern water tribe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Katara. I just want to cut in
Korra.
as me as the person that's never seen this before. I was like, okay, so she lost all of her bending except for air. So that means season 2 is her like rediscovering all of her bending. No, fixed it.
No, it's just
But I did like that Bolin was like, "Hey, at least you've got airbending," and I was like, "Bolin, that is not the thing you need to be going for."
Because Bolin is like Bolin's like Aang, like he's just super optimistic and nice.
He's just really trying to cheer her up by like looking at the bright side, and it's like not the time to do that.
So Korra runs off to the ice cliff after she learns that Katara's like, I can't fix this. I tried. I can't. And then Aang is just like walking behind her, and he's like, hey girl, hey girl. And then
reincarnation
it's
of
like
me.
He fucking texts her, "You up?"
And she's like, Tenzin not now. Oh fuck, it's Aang.
Oh, it's Aang. Fuck. Another bald airbender. But then he sees all the Avatar forms and is like, oh shit, I made my connection to my spirit self, because like I think you mentioned something about like when you hit your lowest point or something, like
you're most
Here's
open
the
to
Deus
the
Ex Machina that solves the main problem with the end of the series.
Yeah. And but then the Avatar version of Aang does his like energy bending on her and unlocks that, and she can enter the Avatar.
I gotta say that I don't feel like it's too Deus Ex Machina, or at least not. It's not too like unprecedented, because you did have Ghost Roku doing shit in the very beginning of Last Airbender.
Correct, and then Aang basically is teaching her his ability that he learned to like restore or remove bending, basically, and then she's able to do that to other people, and that's kind of how it ends. And you get to see Lin fucking like triumphantly lift a bunch of rocks in front of everyone, and be like, "Yeah, I can lift rocks."
Yeah,
and that's it. And then Tenzin's like, "I'm proud of you," because like Korra did well. So where does the series go from here? Everything's fine.
Well, they go back to Air Temple Island, and then Boomy finally shows up, and he's like, "Hey, Tenzin, Uncle Boomy's here." Or it says Uncle Boomy's here to the kids.
There's a lot of nominative determinism with this crew. Like, hey,
and
you
then,
Boomy, now you're fucking crazy for life. Good job.
Yeah.
So
and then he's like, "Oh great, now I got to entertain my older brother," and then the kids are very excited.
Oh yes, I forgot we have the other thing.
The season 1 horniness
triangle. The love triangle ends here into a love line between Mako and
line
Korra,
segment
because Mako's like, hey, like I didn't really figure it out until you were like kidnapped, but I just realized that I care about you more than anyone else in the world.
I didn't
I
know
love
what
you.
I got until it was gone.
And then she was like, well, I'm gone now, and runs away and cries. And then he comes out for her because just the way he is. And then she's like, I love you too. And then they also kiss. So it's like, oh shit, it's now fixed.
And then they bone down on the cliff.
They bone down on the cliff. Yeah, that part was cut out, but it's back in when it's on Netflix.
It might have been some fan art I saw. I get confused.
Season 2 preview. Hey, remember the fucking like Spirit World stuff?
The 2 episodes from Last Airbender.
I did notice.
You better
that
get ready for a lot of Spirit World stuff.
I did notice that season 2 was subtitled Spirit. So
yes, I was about to say. So we're going to be.
It's about getting drunk.
Worlds. Yes, it's about drinking.
Yeah.
No. So basically, it's about the Spirit World and the Avatar's connection to the Spirit World, and it's fucking awesome. And we also get the 2 best episodes of the entire series, both series, with where you learn about how the original Avatar came to be.
Yep. That art style's.
It's a different like animation style for those 2 episodes, and it's incredible.
Gorgeous.
All right.
It's like watching a painting.
I'll play your game.
Anyway, it's awesome. So we're looking forward to that. I think, how are we going to split up this next season?
What do we do? 4, 4, 6.
So here's what
odd number of episodes.
I know. Here's what
or not like odd. It's just different than the previous season.
Here's what I suggest. There are 2 two-parters in this season. It is the first 4. It is the second 4. And then it's and so I thought we should do first 4, second 4, and then finish the
6?
season. Yeah, and that's 6. And we could do it if like TJ was like, oh, but we'll have to do 6. That's so much more. I'm like, it's 20 more minutes than like 5, which is what we'd have to do if we did like 5 by 4.
It really just depends how long John's gonna talk for.
No.
Wow.
But I thought it would be easiest for the first 2 to do like up until the 2-parters.
Definitely 4, 4.
And then we can either do 4 and 2 after that, or we can do all 6.
3, 3.
I don't care. But
4,
I think
3,
that
3, 4, 4, 6.
I'm just looking.
We could do 4, 4, 3, 3. That's fine with
so
me
the
too.
The first 4 makes sense because that ends with the 2-parter, and then the second 4 makes sense because that ends with 2-part, like you said. I'm just looking at the next ones after that. It could do 3, 3 would make sense as well after that because because it looks like the last 3 episodes are kind of like a 3 in a row.
Yeah, harmonic convergence to the end makes sense. So
yeah, let's do it that way.
4, 4, 3,
just
3.
because I feel like if we do this too much, we'll talk a lot. I don't know, like or I can't convince my wife to watch 6 episodes in a week.
My wife,
John's wife.
I love the skeleton. Like the skeleton Snapchat filter was perfect for that one. I can see your teeth behind the skeleton teeth.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. It's like an alien situation. Speaking of, can we talk about the greatness that is the Home Depot like 18-foot skeleton?
20-foot skeleton, yeah.
I've only heard of this secondhand from like fucking My Favorite Murder subreddits and stuff.
Yeah.
This is, I guess,
or I've summoned Lauren because I'm talking about the Home Depot skeleton. She's appeared. It's 12 foot.
Whatever.
12 foot. It has glowing eyes.
So
I love it so much.
So it's a 12-foot skeleton you can put in your yard, basically, and it has LED lighted eyes. The only problem is it is $300. But it looks incredible. Like, look up Home Depot skeleton photos.
I've gone
wow, this thing's awesome.
Start an OnlyFans account so that I can pay for the Home Depot skeleton.
You could just have an OnlyFans account featuring the Home Depot skeleton.
Look at that.
I know. Just looking at it in people's yards, it's incredible. Because it's like taller than like your house.
Right, so that's going to be our episode image.
Yeah, so if you guys can send me $300 so I can buy a 12-foot tall skeleton, listeners.
Let's do a Kickstarter.
Let's do a Kickstarter.
I already asked my friend if he'd get the Home Depot skeleton for your birthday.
For my birthday. Anyway.
Oh man, the eyes are so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Because it like blinks and looks around and shit. That is awesome.
That is not how skeletons work.
We gotta end it.
No.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 412. I'm your host, John.
Skeleton edition.
Oh,
We're
God
putting
damn
these back to back, boys. We gotta go. We gotta get.
Okay, let me go get some more booze.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, thank you for listening. You can find me at John_Danger on Twitter.com. Let's hope that the president does not have a speedy recovery.
You can find me at matthagmusic.com. You can find some samples I took from Lethal Weapon that sound really cheesy and great.
Yeah, it's the best. Twitch.tv/May, whatever. Spanky.
You can find me at www.hemsworthfeet.world.
Yeah, we don't have an outro. Bye, everybody.